Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with a sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a Honey Buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
Fires the ball down the middle. Jason Swain!
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports news.
And for a Tennessee touchdown!
From the Budweiser studios of 99.1 The Sports Animal, here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. We are excited for more basketball that will continue as Tennessee waits. Tennessee has until Friday before it will play in the SEC tournament, which tips off here in about an hour. Arkansas and South Carolina will open up play. There are 4 games today in Nashville. It's a 16-team league now, so the Wednesday action becomes a little more interesting. It used to be just kind of get those teams out of the way on Wednesday and get to the real action, some on Thursday, definitely on Friday. 5 projected NCAA tournament teams are playing today in the SEC tournament. So we'll talk about what's going on in the hoops world, including Tennessee getting ready for a game on Friday. We will talk Tennessee, SEC, and college football. We will talk to you. Call or text at 865-656-9900 to be a part of today's show. As Jason Swain is here, a VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver. Swain, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, man. Ready for the JV game to start. Basketball is basketball, man. Love it. Love watching it. Looking forward to seeing Arkansas, South Carolina tip it off.
JV is in junior varsity?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually those games are before the most important games with better competition, the better games. That's what junior varsity stands for, right?
Oxford defines the word disrespectful as showing a lack of respect or courtesy, also impolite. Do you think what you just did would fit that description?
Well, since you like to do research, I could do some research too, Josh.
Okay.
You know what? I could do some research.
I think research is important. Our job is to try to entertain. Sometimes we do well, sometimes we fail, but also inform.
And, I appreciate you doing your due diligence.
Uh-huh.
That's what a good reporter does. A lot of respect for what you just did.
Thank you.
But the research that I see here is that South Carolina is 2-16 in the conference. Arkansas 8-10 in the conference. Huh. So, by my calculations, the data that I'm looking at would support my comment of this game being a JV game. This is the two of the worst teams in the league by the standings.
Inarguable. Yep.
They're playing on the first day of the tournament for a reason, right?
They are.
Okay. Well, that's what it is, a JV game.
One could argue that the offensive display that South Carolina has put out on the court a lot of this times was disrespectful to the eye of a basketball fan.
James Naismith did not create the game for the game to be played the way South Carolina has played it this season.
No, he did
so
not.
He's being disrespectful to Mr. Naismith.
Yep.
Dr. Naismith.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. South Carolina's offense ranks 106th in offensive efficiency, and I am confident that Dr. Naismith did not intend for an SEC team to have a sub-100 offensive efficiency within the conference.
That's facts, Josh. That's facts.
Yep. So, all right, we've gotten to the root of it. Swain may or may not have been disrespectful, but it may or may not have been deserved.
Have you been to a lot of JV games where, like, the crowd is packed out and there's a lot of people there, standing room only?
Uh-huh.
You ever been to one of those JV games?
Well, they're typically not that way.
Okay. So I want you to look at the crowd
Okay.
when Arkansas and South Carolina tip off, and I want you to let me know if it feels like a JV game or not.
Yep. Shannon already in the text box, we appreciate you, from Lenore City, saying regarding South Carolina, make him say it, Swain. Make him say it. They stink.
There you go.
They do. So
There you go.
that is the tip-off today.
JV game.
And if Arkansas loses that game, the stinkage would apply to the Razorbacks. Do you remember what happened a couple of weeks ago when Arkansas went to Columbia? We believe they went to Columbia because we couldn't find them in the first half of that game. South Carolina won by, I think, 19 in the end. Later today, Texas will play Vanderbilt, 3:30. 7 o'clock tonight, LSU against Mississippi State. And then 9:30, Oklahoma and Georgia.
Joshua, since I gave you my take of why I think it's a JV game, do you agree that it's a JV game? Or no?
Well, kind of.
All right.
Here's the thing, though. You'll see, especially in European soccer, you'll see Premier League teams play teams that are levels below. Like in the championship or whatever. Their league structure is kind of oddly titled. But stick with me. It'd be the equivalent of MLS playing League One. We see that here. One Knox.
Yeah.
Very excited for them to come back. But they've gone up against MLS. One day, would love to see One Knox be in the MLS. But they're not an MLS team now. You might argue that we get a couple of those matchups today. Mississippi State is definitely an NCAA tournament team. LSU is definitely not. They will play against each other tonight. So it could be somewhat of a varsity, junior varsity.
Yeah, scrimmage.
Yeah, scrimmage, exhibition, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. But I mean, for teams that are not going to the tournament, like you're fighting to be able to play tomorrow. You're fighting to extend your season. Last night I was watching Florida State and Syracuse, and I mean Florida State was playing to play tomorrow, and it didn't work out. Leonard Hamilton's time as a college coach at Florida State is over. He's retiring, and so that was it. So for some of these teams in the first round that are not going to the tournament, man, this is it for them. Every possession matters.
It's also noted Arkansas is a bubble team. I said yesterday on the show, hey, if Arkansas loses this game, if they lose twice to South Carolina in 2.5 weeks, you can just stay in Fayetteville, is how I would view it. I don't know that that'll be the case, but despite what John Calipari said, I think winning today would be a good idea. Avoid a loss against South Carolina ahead of Selection Sunday this upcoming weekend. I do wonder, we don't have any kind of like odor on the ceiling or anything, do we? With your nose so high up to begin this segment of today's show, your nose is turned all the way up. Talking about these Wednesday teams.
Josh, I have every right to have my nose up. You should be used to it. You live in Farragut. So I have every reason to have my nose up. Do you see what's going on with Tennessee Athletics, buddy?
Tennessee Athletics in a pretty good spot.
Tennessee baseball team is the only undefeated team left in college baseball.
In the 24-25 academic calendar, Tennessee men's basketball and Tennessee baseball, the final team left undefeated in both seasons. That's pretty incredible.
You dang right. I got my nose up. So we'll be watching those peasants today play the first round of the SEC tournament.
I love today. I love the rest of this week as we have so much basketball going on. So we will follow that as you get the 11:30 a.m. tip-off with Richmond and Davidson on the USA Network.
Steph Curry playing?
He isn't.
I'm not interested.
No, yeah. So interest level will be lower than normal.
I'll probably still be watching.
Yeah, quality program, but hey, the Spiders hanging in there. They're 10-21. Davidson has a winning record. I'm sure they have aspirations of going on some kind of run in their tournament in the A10, and you can tune in when on a January 12th afternoon, you're going to have zero interest in Davidson Richmond. But today, hey, turn that on.
Yeah, I'm watching it all, man. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I watch it. I watch it all. We'll be watching it all. Will I be locked in, glued into the TV? If maybe it's a different matchup, probably. But I'll have it on for sure.
Yep. Shout out to Ron Slay. We had the Slay Ride yesterday. He is a big part of SEC network coverage. He'll probably throw a couple of jokes, little jabs in there as he also provides his analysis. We know how Slay does.
Oh, he'll be funny.
Yeah,
he'll be entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. So it's going to be a fun day. It's a fun rest of the week ahead of Sunday, Selection Sunday. The conversation also continues about the objectives. While we talk about the SEC tournament and what it can mean, how it might affect seeding. As yesterday Joe Lunardi said, he believes that Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee are all still battling for a number 1 seed. But we also discussed with Ron, and you and I have talked about, okay, well, do you for sure want to go win it? Do you want to play 3 days? Would it be the worst thing to win on Friday, but then maybe play a competitive game, fall short on Saturday, get a little extra rest? I saw Ben McKee sharing a quote from Igor Milicic earlier today, and Igor was asked about people suggesting it's not worth winning the SEC tournament, and Igor responded, every tournament is worth winning. Who said that? I don't think any of us are from Tennessee. None of those people are from Tennessee. I know none of our coaches would say that. None of our players would say that. So whatever they're saying, keep it going, but we need to win. That was Igor's response today to the idea of, hey, maybe winning the tournament's not the most important thing.
Coaches are supposed to have, and players are supposed to say that and have that take. That's how they're wired. We who do not play, we can have that conversation. We can talk about, is it beneficial to not win the tournament? It's not having a loser mentality if you don't play and you see evidence of teams being better who lose earlier. Like there's evidence. You can't ignore that. Mm-hmm. So you see the evidence. You want what's best for your team, and you ask the question, is it better for this team to have the rest or go all the way to the finals, win the finals, knowing, based on recent history, evidence, that it's not going to help you in your seeding? It can help you with your momentum and how you play. We have seen the Syracuse and the UConns in the Big East, where they were in those conferences, get hot in the conference tournament and then go on and win the national championship. We have seen that. But we've also seen teams run out of gas because they went deep in their conference tournament too. You're wasting your time having this conversation with the player or coach because their mindset is to win. That's how they're wired. That's how they should be wired. So
it's one of those, what do you expect them to say?
Like, no player, no coach, except Coach Calipari, is going to say, oh, no, man, it don't matter.
Yeah,
it don't matter. Coach Cal, I don't know how he coaches his players to play hard today after his comments. Like, how do you do that? Is that one of those things, do as I say, not as I do?
I would lean more. Yeah, I would lean more toward the players themselves having a point of pride about losing to South Carolina the way that Arkansas lost a couple of weeks ago, and not wanting that to happen again. But South Carolina, I'm sure, is going to go out there and play hard. They played really hard on Saturday. They were competitive against Tennessee in that first half and started the second half. They weren't going to keep up with Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Coach Cal probably just lost sight of the team he's coaching this year, because normally Coach Cal is coaching a really good Kentucky team with a lot of NBA talent, and regardless of what you do in the conference tournament, you still have a chance to win a national championship because of the talent.
Yeah.
Coach Cal, you don't have that team this year.
Right. He was talking from the perspective of where he was at Kentucky, being seeded high, being projected as a high NCAA tournament seed.
Yeah. Coach Cal, your team barely making it to the tournament, so you don't need to have that type of mentality. You need to be trying to win every game and be playing the best, trying to generate some momentum going into the tournament.
We'll continue the conversation. We'll look ahead to basketball today. We'll update you as it goes along. 865-656-9900. We'll get to Tennessee football as well. Austin in the text box noting the Big Sky Championship game tonight starts at 11:30. 11:30, Swain. Get Money Williams and the Grizz, Montana State, against Northern Colorado, so you can peek in to see if there's any potential Tennessee transfers. Also asking if I'm going to stay up to watch that one. You want to take a guess?
I know I'm not.
I've seen 11 p.m. the last 2 nights.
I mean, TV might be on, and I might catch the first 2 or 3 minutes, maybe the first media time out, but I can promise you the rest of that game will be watching me.
Yeah. 11:30 start ESPN2 Montana. I said Montana State. Montana against Northern Colorado in the Big Sky Championship.
But a point was made here.
Mm-hmm.
This is portal recruiting season. This is the opportunity for players at smaller schools that have great tournament performances. This is their chance to try out.
Shameful.
Oh, what?
Shameful.
Am I lying?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because did Auburn play Morehead State before Janai Broom transferred to Auburn? Because that's where Janai Broom came from, right? Did those teams ever play against each other?
I said shameful. I didn't say liar.
Oh, okay.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. Thanks for hanging out with us as we continue on Josh and Swain.
Free on the radio. Free on the app. Free on our website. You can hear 99.1, the sports animal, free anytime, anywhere.
Here's a spring cleaning hack to make your life a lot easier. Schedule an appointment with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their ZR water cleans better than detergents while leaving zero residue behind. And for this month only, take advantage of their spring sale and mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, you're going to get a free hallway as well. That's 3 rooms of carpet plus a hallway for $109. Book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com. All they leave is clean.
Wilson Brothers Plumbing. If you run into a plumbing issue at your home, if you need help, if you run into an issue, you probably need help as soon as possible. You want to call somebody that you know can do great work for you, somebody that you can trust to help with whatever the problem might be. That might include identifying what the issue is. Call Wilson Brothers Plumbing. That's what we did at our home. Wilson Brothers Plumbing came out when we had an issue. It was an underground leak. They were able to identify the problem, tell us what the solution would be, and provide an upfront price so that we can make the best decision possible. They did the work for us. They did a great job. They took care of the problem for us. Wilson Brothers Plumbing can do that for you. If you are planning a project and you need professional plumbing help, get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Call 865-415-1537 or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
That pitch is tattooed down the left field line and goes. Say goodbye. That is a grand slam.
Tennessee baseball is off to a hot start. It's must-see action with the defending national champions, with exciting home runs and epic strikeouts. It's the best baseball environment in the SEC. Make plans to catch a game at Lindsey Nelson Stadium this season. Limited tickets remain for midweek and weekend matchups. Don't wait. Get yours today at allvols.com.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online, no medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/score. Ethos.com/score.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world-famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all, coming soon to Maryville. Big Kahuna Wings, changing your taste buds forever.
Knoxville, the days are warming up, but why wait for summer? Jumpstart your sunshine season with a nonstop flight to Sarasota, Florida. In just a couple of hours, you'll be soaking up the sun, dipping your toes in the water, and feeling that warm ocean breeze. The perfect getaway is closer than ever here at McGee-Tyson Airport. For more information on flight schedule and tickets, visit flyknoxville.com.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on social media at Josh and Swain. 865-656-9900. If you would like to connect with us, you can call or text. We have Eli producing for us today. Great to have you with us. Eli, thanks for hanging out. We're on the Sports Animal YouTube channel. If you'd like to stop by, watch, comment in the chat as well. And then again, the text box is available. I saw Chris Lowe note something that has been talked about, the amount of SEC teams. It could potentially be 14. I doubt it. As Chris knows, it's more maybe than probable. But Texas is alive, but it's got to win. It has to win today. Probably needs to win a couple of SEC tournament games to have a real shot after losing again this past weekend against Oklahoma. I think it's more likely that they don't make it and there's a coaching change. There's some big names that are being talked about already.
Dude.
You see Billy Donovan's name was mentioned, Quinn Snyder,
who was awesome at Missouri and awesome with the Utah Jazz and NBA.
He's a terrific coach.
He's an awesome coach.
I can't imagine why Billy Donovan might not want to stay with the Chicago Bulls, but
that's the one team that'll make him go back to college. Yeah. Sorry, Bulls.
So that's something to keep an eye on. If Texas lands the right coach, I know we've been talking about that a while, and they had the right one for a while in Rick Barnes, but the potential is obviously incredible there. So that's something to pay attention to, but that is the second game of the day. Texas and Vanderbilt scheduled for a 3:30 tip-off. Kudos to the SEC, by the way. The tip-off times are separated by 2.5 hours instead of the typical TV schedule of, maybe TV's a part of this too, but the 2-hour window where you know that how many Tennessee games didn't start on their regularly scheduled channel until they were halfway through the first half. So anyway, 1 o'clock start, Arkansas, South Carolina, 3:30 Texas and Vanderbilt. Right now, 13 SEC teams with a really good chance to be in the NCAA tournament. Outside shot for 14 out of 16 teams. The only two we know are not going without winning the SEC tournament, LSU and South Carolina.
Well, somebody has to be the nail. And those two teams are the nail, and the other 14 teams the hammer. So somebody has to stay home and look out for the SEC house, because all the haters want to see the SEC house crumble. And LSU and South Carolina, they are house watching right now.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of anti-SEC watching in the NCAA tournament, won't there?
Absolutely. I mean, there's already a lot of anti-SEC when it comes to football. And now, with basketball taking over, the anti-SEC crowd will definitely be rooting for SEC to fall and crumble.
So does this mean you will be rooting for SEC teams besides Tennessee in the NCAA tournament?
No, I'm rooting for Tennessee in my bracket. So whoever if I think Florida's going to go deep, depending on the bracket, or Alabama or Auburn, then okay, I might, put them going far. But I'm rooting for Tennessee in my bracket. That's about it.
Florida could go on a run here. I know that's not a
They went on a
wild
run
take when
last
they're
year.
projecting 1 seed right now, but that team, I think that team has win-it-all potential.
They do. That's why coming into the season, they were a team that was talked about because of what they did last year at the end of the season and the run they went on. So, yeah, I mean, they can win it all. Alabama can win it all. Auburn can win it all. You haven't heard the Seth Greenbergs of the world and other people talk about Tennessee winning it all because of our offensive inconsistency, but why can't Tennessee win it all?
It can. 2 weeks ago, ESPN did its article on 8 teams that they believe can actually win the national championship, and Tennessee was on that list.
Yeah, why not? So, Tennessee right now, top 25 in defensive and offensive efficiency. We've improved in that offensive efficiency category. So, yeah, why not us?
Yeah, I'll see if I can count how many. It's not a lot of teams that are top 25 in both categories, offensive and defensive efficiency. I mean,
but there are a few teams.
It's under
man.
10.
There's a few teams outside of Duke and Auburn that can go win it. I mean, Houston can win it. When you look at what St. John's brings defensively and their athleticism, they can win it. Texas Tech, they can win it. They're a really, really good team. So there's a few teams that can go the whole way. You never count out Tom Izzo. I mean, this is Izzo time right here in March. So, I mean, they're one of the top teams in the Big Ten, so you always got to think about them.
Another team, I think, we've had some of the who you want to avoid conversation. BYU was one of those we talked about in the last week or so.
Simply style of play.
Yeah.
And their ability to shoot the basketball reminds me a lot of Kentucky, just watching them play a couple times this year.
I've got another one for you.
Who you got?
Gonzaga.
Oh, you watching them last night?
Yeah, I'm not saying be afraid of them, but there's a chance Gonzaga could be. I mean, right now they're probably a second-round matchup for either a 1 or a 2 seed.
They're always.
KenPom has them as the number 9 team in the country.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, they're always scared because of how they play and the job that Mark Few does developing his players.
They went through a rough stretch, but they've only lost 1 game since the start of February. They lost February 1st to St. Mary's, then lost to them again, and then beat them last night. But they've played much better. They're well coached. It's a program that expects to be at this time of year.
We ain't worried about Gonzaga. We'll just get Admiral Schofield on the phone and talk to our team. We'll be
That's
good.
all you got to do.
That's all. We'll be good.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, Admiral got us.
Okay.
Yeah, we good there. But they're a good team. There's a lot of really good teams, man. And there's going to be some upsets. You got to make sure you're not one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There will be upsets. There are really good teams that will give teams a problem because of their style of play and how they shoot the basketball. We saw that last year's tournament. Undersized teams that can shoot the ball, they can spread you out, creating dribble drive opportunities against bigger defenders. It's going to happen again this year. So that's the cool thing about this sport is we knew Boise State didn't have a shot. Arizona State had a shot, but they still wound up losing in the college football playoff. Like, you just don't see those major upsets in college football like you see in basketball because, again, it's a skill game, and it's not about being the most athletic or the biggest or the fastest. It's about playing the game the right way, man, shooting it, passing it, handling the ball, being smart. Those teams can pull off more upsets.
Yeah. Get hot, go cold can change things a lot. And matchups are real. I mean, there are matchups we can talk about in football as well, but it always starts at the same point, and that's up front. And if you win up front,
you're going to win more times than not.
Yep. And if you're faster everywhere else,
you're going to win more times than not.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the way it is. So here we go, man. We're gearing up for those brackets to be dropped here in a couple of days. And we do it again. Everybody's brackets get busted after the first day.
Maybe this will be the year. Maybe this is the year you put together a perfect bracket.
I hope so. I hope so.
Is Warren doing the perfect bracket challenge, Mr. Buffett? Does it every year. Somebody's due.
I don't see why he wouldn't. if he's done it every single year.
Yeah, might as well, because not happening.
One bracket.
Mm-hmm. You're a one bracket man.
I'm not. But I will be this year.
Yeah, my opinion on that is typically you get one bracket to brag about, to talk about. Those were my picks. That's who I took. Yada yada yada.
If you're in different pools.
If you're in a pool that allows for multiple brackets, I fault no one for playing the game as it's constructed. But you don't, in general conversation, you're watching this game, say, "Oh, I picked this team," but then you picked against them in a different bracket. You got one that you can talk about.
But what if you are in different pools? If you're in different pools, especially for money, I mean, you've bought your way into a pool, you can do the bracket how you want to do it.
Yeah, you can do it how you want to do it. Part of the issue, though, is that people only care so much about your picks in the first place. So if you start, you just can't claim multiple picks.
Listen, if you are in 3 different bracket pools, and they're all for money, and you have 3 different brackets, and you win in 2 of them, you can say what you want to say.
That's true.
You pick winners.
Yeah.
And that's the whole name of the game.
Also, zero judgment from me. But if you also are in 3 different pools with money involved in all of them, let me know if you need a hotline number, just in case. Just in case.
No, I ain't going to call you. Don't need to call me either.
This is a great time. 865-656-9900. Games are underway. 4 games in the SEC tournament today. Tennessee waits to play until Friday. That's when all the varsity teams will be in action in Nashville. But 4 games today in the SEC tournament.
Look at that. Look at that crowd, Josh. Look at that crowd. Ooh, look at all those empty seats.
It's sparse in certain spots.
Just a JV matchup, man. Nobody won't see that.
There's Ron.
Yeah, Ron got the blue suit on with
man, they got the big crew.
With the green.
Yeah. May not be a full crowd yet, but that is a big stage on the SEC network. Ron Slay's a part of it.
Oh, yeah. Look at Ron. Suited and booted.
Has he posted a photo yet today of his suit? It's got to be.
It's not real unless Ron.
He likes to do the full stand-up of it, too. We'll come back. 865-656-9900. He's our guy, Ron Slay, VFL, on the SEC Network right now. They tip off at 1 o'clock, Arkansas and South Carolina. We continue the conversation. Thanks for hanging out with us today on Josh and Swain.
Honey, we need a new roof.
Go to moshingles.com and get a quote in 60 seconds.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're a top-rated roofing company in East Tennessee and A-plus rated with the BBB.
Free instant quotes at moshingles.com.
Hey, this is Heather Harrington from my favorite jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers, located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. My man TK has been in business for decades, and he knows what jewelry is going to stand the test of time. He doesn't get caught up in all the trends. He knows that gold and diamonds, they just can't be beat. And he's got a huge selection of bridal and non-bridal diamond jewelry, because why do you have to wait till you're married to wear diamonds? You don't at TK Wheeler Jewelers. Everything from diamond pendant necklaces where the diamond's just floating around and sparkling in the center of your chest, or a beautiful diamond tennis bracelet that catches the sun every time you move your arm, or one of my dream pieces at TK Wheeler Jewelers, the inside-outside diamond hoop earrings where, you guessed it, the diamonds are inside and out. Oh, they are just stunning. Celebrate life's biggest moments with a beautiful piece of jewelry from the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
It's Junk Be Gone's 20th anniversary, and this March enjoy $100 off any demolition project, including decks, garages, sheds, mobile homes, gazebos, and more. Locally owned and operated by Mike and Tracy Such, Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for the past 2 decades. Give them a buzz today and book a free estimate. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, rent a 15-yard driveway dumpster, the perfect size for remodeling, roofing, or just cleaning out the garage. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for the past 20 years.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all Online, no medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Join Tyler and Will Thursday at Whitehead Auto Sales, 7117 Chapin Highway. Voted #1 in Blount County for 4 years straight and now serving South Knoxville. Come see the deals Whitehead Auto Sales have that's better than all the rest. Chapin Highway this Thursday with the Sports Animal.
Is your dripping faucet driving you crazy? Is your toilet running a marathon after every flush? Then call the local plumbing experts at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. We offer same-day service guaranteed for all your plumbing repair needs. And we've been voted best plumbing company in Knoxville 7 years in a row. All plumbing systems and fixtures eventually deteriorate over time, leading to a host of problems. And with changing seasons, you may be experiencing plumbing issues, such as leaking pipes, water heater failure, clogged drains or toilets, and even sewer line backups. If you need immediate plumbing repair services, including emergencies or after-hours assistance, the expert plumbers at Pipe Wrench can help. No matter what the problem is, call us to schedule an appointment for a complete assessment so we can identify the issue, provide the best long-term solution, and quickly fix your plumbing, drain, or sewer system. We also offer free on-site estimates on replacements, plus free second opinions on repairs. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today.
Guys, it's Jason Swain here. Let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel that same energy, strength, maybe feeling moody, or it seems like you've lost your drive with your partner, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer, and you'll find the true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy, but we're not all the same, so don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program that you may find elsewhere. I've learned about personalized therapy at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. So don't put it off. Go to lowtcenter.com to book an appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Reinventing men's healthcare.
Fort Sanders Health and Fitness is now Covenant Health Fitness Center. Same great service, new name, no long-term contracts. Visit us at Pellissippi Parkway and Kingston Pike for a free 3-day trial. Visit covenanthealth.com/fitness-center or call 531-5000.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Winter's not over, but boy, it sure feels like it right now. Should be the warmest day of the year so far at 78 degrees. We'll rival it again later this week. Really comfortable with a few sprinkles early in the day on Thursday, but most are dry as the fire risk goes up, leading into those weekend thunderstorms. For the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. 865-656-9900. You aren't wrong. There are seats available, it appears, right now for the opening game in the SEC tournament, South Carolina and Arkansas. They'll tip off in 23 minutes. They might all be at the concessions, though, getting their food before the game tips off because you don't want to miss it.
Yeah,
so,
that's what they are.
1 o'clock, Arkansas looking to punch a ticket to the NCAA tournament. All 4 games will feature at least one team projected in the NCAA tournament. So all these games matter
awesome.
for something. That is really cool for Wednesday basketball.
Yeah.
Typically, you kind of forget that there are games because there have been 2 games and there are teams that are out, especially when the league was where it was at its low point. That's not the case right now. Tennessee, we'll see more All-American teams that get more recognition, but Sporting News putting its All-American teams out, and Tennessee has both Chaz Lanier and Zakai Ziegler third-team All-American.
I will allow it.
You might like to see, I know you would like to see, Zakai had a better chance to be higher up, but both players on All-American teams, that's really cool. From the backcourt, 2 guards, Zakai and Chaz Lanier.
It's tough to do, man. I mean, it really is. And Walter Clayton Jr., Mark Sears, those guys deserve being on All-American teams. And so, like, you're really splitting hairs when you compare those three against each other, Zakai and Sears and Clayton Jr. What an unbelievable accomplishment, though, for Zakai. His story is well documented. His last AAU tournament, his last game of the tournament, was about to walk away from the game. Rick Barnes is there, sees him, offered a scholarship, rest is history. Just an unbelievable story. So we know how much he means to us. He plays a different role for us than Mark Sears plays at Alabama. I mean, Sears is a shot-taking point guard, and Walter Clayton is a shot-taking point guard for Florida. Zakai is more of the facilitator, and he's better at that than those two combined. But he's been great for Tennessee, and different players serve different roles on different teams, and Zakai serves his role very, very well for the Vols.
Chaz down the stretch has been really good.
He's responded.
Yeah, there's one game that he'd like to get back. That is the game at Rupp Arena. He had a bad night.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody recognizes that. Mm-hmm. There's no argument. Went 0 for 7 from 3. But since February 8th, so that is more than a month of basketball, 21 points, 10 against Kentucky, bad night, 21 points, 30, 14 on 11 shots in a pretty comfortable win at LSU, 18 in the win against Alabama, 15 at Ole Miss. Would have liked more, but that's not a bad game by any means. And then 23 against South Carolina, where he took over in the second half.
Yep. He's responded, Josh. I mean,
he has responded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say he heard all the criticism and that's the reason why he responded. But, I mean, he heard the critiques by his own coaching staff, and especially Rick Barnes.
That's, to me, what it's about.
And he has responded.
Mm-hmm. He took to the coaching.
That's right. And that's why he came here.
Yeah.
That's why he came here. And that's why you go anywhere if you have a choice to go to a place. You go because you truly feel like this coach can get you better, not because it's going to be easy and you'll get to do what you want. That's not helping you. Mm-hmm. That's not helping you grow as a player. You want to be challenged. You want to be pushed. You want to be developed. And most players want that. They're not afraid of hard coaching. You do have some who are, but most players, most athletes, they want to be coached hard. They want to be assisted in their improvement as a player.
Yep. We saw on Saturday during Senior Day what it meant to his family that Chaz got to finish his time at Tennessee. As Chaz is from Nashville, Chaz was talking about his dad cares about, loves Tennessee as much as he does, and that's a really cool part of the story. You can come from anywhere. A year ago, the story was Dalton Connect. He had no ties to Tennessee, and he left with Tennessee being a place he'll come back to for the rest of his life.
Yep.
So you can come from anywhere, but it is a cool part of Chaz's story that he's from Nashville. We talk about Ron Slay. I think to Ron, it's really cool that a guy that he saw grow up and develop there in Nashville, who left high school as a guy that was just he was going to get a nice college opportunity, and then he developed over several years, and by the end of his time as a fourth-year player with a fifth-year opportunity, he was able to transfer to Tennessee and finish in a big way in his home state. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, he left Innsworth as a guy that's getting a college scholarship.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you're getting your school paid for.
Exactly.
Like, oh, man, you know, North Florida. I mean, it's not playing on a big-time level. You're never going to be on TV. But, hey, you're getting a scholarship, right? And that's the most important thing. He went from there to, he got a chance to play at the next level. Auburn wants him. Kentucky wants him. BYU wants him. Tennessee wants him. And you go from there to one of the best players in the country and being an All-American. That's big. That's a big deal. But it's all because of his hard work.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Newcomer of the year in the SEC. First team and second team All-SEC with the coaches and the AP votes. Third team All-American by Sporting News. A finalist for the Jerry West Award. Top shooting guard in the country. A big-time get by Tennessee. And the fact that he had better financial opportunities. He's doing fine at Tennessee. He's making a lot. But
Tennessee was third highest.
Yeah. He came here because it was the best opportunity he thought for his basketball growth, the next step in his basketball career, and it worked out well for both sides. Very well.
money is not everything. It's important. You got to have it. It's kind of like oxygen, right? You need it to survive, but it's not everything. And you have to be happy at the end of the day. You're the one that's putting in the work every day. You're the one that's going to practice. You're the one that's watching extra film. You're the one that's laying it on the line. And you want to be happy. Like, you can go somewhere else and make a little bit more money, but is it worth it if you're not happy? Like, I look at Jonas and say, dude, and hey, it may be worth it, but the dude didn't look happy this season. I look at what's the kid that went from Arizona to
Tobe?
Indiana?
Balo. Yeah.
Man, he made a whole lot of money, but they stunk this year. And I'm sure there were times when he was like, man, I don't know if this is worth it, man. We losing. Competitors, it's all about winning. So, Chaz could have made more money 2 different places, but the fit inside of this system and being 2.5 hours away from home, you can't beat it. Like, his high school was playing a high school here in town in the playoffs, and he got a chance to go to that game and support his high school. He's not doing that at BYU. He's not doing that at Kentucky.
Right. And during the season and after a bad game, like after the bad game against Kentucky, we talked about some of the criticism that was there, and we saw a little on social media and all that. But I also was there on Saturday at the game. The reception was terrific for Chaz Lanier.
You surprised, Josh?
No, not at all. Yeah. But I think that's worth remembering. We see and we acknowledge and we talk about some of the criticism, but the support was very much there, and I think that was very much appreciated by the Lanier family.
Well, criticism doesn't mean the support is not there.
Right. Now, when we were getting the "he's a bust" messages, that's more what I'm like. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was just silly, and you get those from a time or two, but like, and especially as we're entering NIL space and schools paying players, they're going to be criticized more. But that doesn't mean that the fans don't support you and want to see you do well.
Yeah.
If you stink, they're just going to say it more and say it louder.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
That's true.
Yeah. Just because you get criticized doesn't mean, you're not supported.
So when you called South Carolina JV team,
I don't support them.
We'll come back. 865-656-9900. They gave Ron Slay a shot at the basket. Was that a backward shot?
Well, he can't shoot a real jump shot. He got a jacket on.
He's got a jacket on.
Yeah, man.
You don't get full extension.
No.
Yeah, that's not fair.
So he did an underhanded shot.
Doing that to the former SEC Player of the Year?
I mean, they should have put him in the boom room, let him shoot a closer shot.
Should have.
Let Shooter shoot the shot. Or Damian Fishback, he used to shoot them threes back in the day at Auburn.
They should do a boom room, like bring in a closed-in room, and the game MVP of each game comes in and mixes it up. What do you think?
I'm cool with that.
We're just spitballing. We'll come back. Final segment of hour number 1. We're with you until 3 o'clock here on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the sports animal.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
As a homeowner, the last thing you want to deal with is a plumbing, HVAC, or electrical emergency. Most of the time, you don't know what it's going to cost or if it's going to get fixed the right way, or if someone is just trying to sell you something. But when you call Hiller, and that's Hiller Plumbing, Cooling, and Electrical, they're going to solve your problems quickly. The price you're told is the price that you'll actually pay. There's no hidden fees, no surprises when you get your bill. You can book online at happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-480-5454 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-480-5454. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-480-5454.
Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Coverall of Eastern Tennessee, a leader in the service industry, is seeking ambitious self-starters. Join our sales team. We have friendly offices located in Bearden and Chattanooga. We have rewarding positions available for both inside and outside sales and business-to-business prospecting. The right candidate will enjoy a competitive salary, commissions, individual bonuses, team bonuses, complete benefits package, and an overall great opportunity. To be considered, email your resume to apply@coveralletn.com. We look forward to having you on our team.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. Let the madness begin. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Now's the time to go to FatJackSports.com. Get signed up for everything through March Madness, or even better, go through the Super Bowl and make money betting on sports. You get the baseball season for free with the longer packages, consistent winning plays emailed to you, or get on a personal portal that will turn you a profit betting on basketball and football. Go to FatJackSports.com and don't miss this opportunity.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
I'm Michael Jenkins here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. The SEC Conference Tournament kicks off today in Nashville, and there is one side to back when it comes to the battle of bubble teams. Take Georgia minus 3.5 over Oklahoma as the Dogs look to stay red hot, winners of their last four. The Dogs also won the first meeting between these two teams on January 11th, and Oklahoma has not shown any consistency since the start of conference play. I'm Michael Jenkins from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books, and download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
You try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Nathan in the text box asking this, Swain, what do you call a friend that you like to eat with?
A friend.
A taste bud.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
That is good.
That's pretty good, Nathan. Thank you very much. Another text: true Tennessee fans won't criticize. Look, criticism happens, and that's
not true.
When it goes over the top, that's sometimes there's so much where I'm like, well, why do you want to be a fan? But I also think I need the reminder as much as anyone else. When you see the fans that are there and they're supporting and they're just in general, they want to back their guys, their team, whomever. That's the overwhelming majority. The minority of vocal complaints can get more attention, but that doesn't mean it's representative. But also sometimes criticism is important. The criticism that Rick Barnes and his coaches offer the players, that's for them to improve as well. So part of it depends on which criticism we're talking about. Anybody that thought Chaz Lanier was a bust,
that's
crazy time. That's insane.
Yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong.
Incorrect.
It was just wrong.
Incorrect. But if it was criticism of, hey, I like what he's doing, I'd like to see more of this, that's helpful. Constructive criticism, I believe, is what it's called.
Constructive criticism, for me, I feel like that's fair. That's fine. I mean, that's because you care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you see a player and they are not playing hard, what does it make you to not say anything? You just gonna sheep it up and just not say anything, and oh well, I'm just a fan, but whatever. It's fine that this player is not playing hard, and he's getting a paycheck, and I'm just no. There's a line. There's gray area. It doesn't have to be black and white here. If you have a player that's not playing hard, they should be called out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can promise you they're being called out in the meetings behind closed doors in front of their teammates with a pointer with the red dot on it. Hey, look at this effort right here. You think this is winning effort right here? This is what the coach is doing. And
you sat in those film rooms.
Yeah, he should be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you play like that, wearing the power tee, fans should call them out. Please call them out. There's a standard. We don't just accept that and allow that here. But
you requested a handwritten letter of apology to Chris Lofton after Chris Lofton Day because the effort wasn't where it needed to be.
Absolutely. But, like, if you have a player that has played he's played hard, he just made a mistake or he just didn't have a good game, there's no reason to pile on him. All right, he had a bad game. Or, man, he didn't catch that ball because he didn't do a good job of looking it in. Or, man, he took a bad angle on a tackle. That's why he missed a tackle. We didn't win the game. That's constructive criticism. Be better next time. But you don't have to slam dunk on him and, oh, man, he's the worst thing created. Oh,
right.
Man, his mom and dad wasted their time with him. Man, he's terrible. He should be kicked off the team. That's crossing the line.
Yep.
That's too much.
Yep. You know why you never want to be a sheep, though, as well? Because it's a bad idea. We'll come back 2 hours to go on Josh and Swain.
Oh, my God.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
I've been doing this show for decades and decades and decades.
With rapid-fire takes.
Learn how to stop it, learn how to run it, or at least make a good argument. I don't even like the play. I've never fought so hard to defend something I don't like.
Scorching debates.
You can beef about anything you want. Why are you pushing me?
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Just so you all know, this is no one-off. This is what we're going to get every single day.
Let's go, Jim!
Let's go!
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, Josh, I want to tell you about Covenant Health Fitness Center, Kingston Pike, right off Pellissippi Parkway. They have everything. I took our 5-year-old swimming yesterday. We went to the indoor pool. It's available 12 months out of the year, an indoor heated pool for you. Our kids love to swim there. We have access with our family membership with complimentary child care. That comes in handy with our kids at Covenant Health Fitness Center. They have everything you need for your own fitness goals, all the equipment, strength training, cardio, and indoor track. They also have more than 85 group fitness classes that take place every single week. They have so many ways to help you on your fitness journey. When you sign up, and you sign up month to month, no long-term contracts, go through a fitness evaluation, and they can help map out a plan for you to hit your fitness goals. Kingston Pike, right off Pellissippi Parkway. Stop by. Sign up for a free 3-day trial. You can try it out for yourself before you sign up officially. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Covenant Health Fitness Center.
This has been a big announcement. Some people swear that cold showers have health benefits. This is fine. But most everyone else dreads running out of hot water. If you're sick of cold showers and your water smells funny or looks brown, then it's time to call the plumbing experts at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling for water heater services. Voted best plumbing company in Knoxville 7 years in a row. Whether you need emergency water heater repairs, replacements, or maintenance for traditional tank style or tankless water heaters, our certified technicians will restore your hot water in no time. If you need a new water heater, Pipe Wrench also offers free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer 0% financing with approved credit. And if you sign up for our Peace of Mind maintenance plan, you get an annual water heater flush plus full plumbing system inspection, sewer line video camera inspection, biannual HVAC system check, and much more for as low as $20.25 a month. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today.
Hey, Sissy, what are you looking for in an automobile dealership? How about a no-pressure, friendly staff, a huge selection of pre-owned inventory, which incidentally is why it's been called the intersection of selection for over 20 years. How about one of the largest new car inventories in the entire area? And don't forget, they all come with Rusty Wallace Honda's exclusive 200,000-mile warranty. Or maybe it's service after the sale you want. If that's the case, then get to our award-winning service department. Whatever your reason, don't wait. Get to the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
Are you tired of struggling with your gate every time you come home? Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience with Stanley Fencing, your East Tennessee experts and automatic gate operators. From big fencing jobs to cozy backyard setups, they've got you covered. At Stanley Fencing, they take pride in not just building fences, but building lasting relationships with their customers. Because when you choose them, you're not just getting a fence, you're getting a partner for life. Stanley Fencing, where quality and care come together.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. There are a lot of friendly folks at Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union. And if you're thinking about or you are ready to buy a home, our friendly real estate loan officers are here to help through the entire home buying process. It's never too early to talk to our real estate loan officers. Meet our loan officers at tvacreditunion.com.
Join us now.
Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender, NMLS 167911.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on 99.1 thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Maggie Gray with a Sports Minute. UConn's Paige Beckers finished her Big East career with a bang. Not only did Beckers and the Huskies win their conference tournament, Beckers was named the most outstanding player for a record third time. And get this, she finishes her career without ever losing a conference game. The only thing missing from her resume, a national championship. I'm Maggie Gray.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with a sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours. Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
Welcome into hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. SEC tournament action is underway. Arkansas and South Carolina just tipped off, so we'll update you as they continue. Tennessee football continued spring practice, day number 3 of the spring. Each team gets 15 spring practices. The orange and white game counts in that number. So they are now 20% of the way through the spring, but day number 3 today. And offensive coordinator Joey Halsley and some offensive players met with the media, so we'll catch up on some of what they had to say as well. But day number 3 of the spring is, well, you get 2 or 3 practices in and then maybe really start going as much as you do in spring practice after a couple of acclimation days.
Yeah, when you get the shoulder pads on, man, you can start thumping a little bit for sure. It's important, though, to take care of each other. And what I mean by that is stay off the ground. Older and mature teams know this. Younger teams sometimes don't. Younger players, they don't know how to practice full speed without falling to the ground. And when you fall to the ground, that increases the chances for injury, someone rolling up on someone else or you hurting yourself. And so it's very important as we get more younger players, more opportunities to play, and it's going to be in a rotation. You got to understand how to practice full speed, get the physicality that you're trying to get in a game that is a contact sport without hurting each other.
Am I correct in saying it felt like receivers the last couple of years went to the ground too often?
Yes.
Okay. Tennessee does have a lot of young guys that are in a big learning phase right now. Not just newcomers, but second-year guys that are trying to take a big step in their roles for this upcoming fall as well. So it is a big learning time. Spring is learning time for everybody. But Tennessee, I do think, has an especially young group compared to the last few years because a lot of those veterans that continue to return have now moved on. And now first and second-year guys have more opportunities in certain spots than we've talked about the last couple of years.
So what I would like to see, and this is based on, the last 2 years of receiver play. The catch is the most important thing, always. You catch the ball, but that doesn't mean it's over. The catch is not – the play's not over when you catch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're wide open, you catch the ball, obviously you're going to go run for a touchdown. But what about in traffic? What about when you've caught a curl route? What about when you've caught a crossing route? There's so much emphasis put on tempo and getting as many reps as possible. Sometimes as a running back and as a tight end or a receiver that's caught the ball, you don't turn upfield and go as far as maybe you need to go or simulate breaking tackles, working on your moves, because you want to get back to the line or you want to let the second team go. And so you're not finishing the way you need to be finishing. And the 2004 season, the running backs, I remember, and this was the year that both running backs rushed for 1,000 yards. It was Cedric Houston and Gerald Riggs. But I remember they had to wear a flag, just like flag football. And the scout team defense were told, hey, I want you to go grab that flag. And if the running backs had their flag pulled, there was a consequence. And so what happened was when Ced and Gerald would break through the line of scrimmage and you had these DBs trying to grab the flags, they had to work on their moves, their one-on-one moves, and they had to finish. So it made it easier for them to finish during the season because they had built those habits. I would like to see our receivers do something similar to where it helps us with our yards after catch, because that's going to be really, really important. Like, you can't depend on Josh Dobbs to have you open all the time. Excuse me, Josh Dobbs, but Josh Heupel to have you open all the time like he did Jalen Hyatt. We got to have guys that catch it, make moves, make dudes miss, go pick up yak yardage. But if you are used to only catching it, turning upfield, going 5 or 10 yards, but you're really not working on making guys miss, that muscle memory is going to show up in the games. It's going to show up in the fall. And you're going to get tackled when you make the catch. Trust me. You have to work on it. Practice. You have to work on it in routes versus air. You have to work on it in one-on-ones. You have to work on it even when there's not someone tackling you. You have to mentally put yourself in that situation so that way when you are in the situation, it's second nature to make dudes miss and go pick up extra yards.
I know it's high school. Now we're talking college, but they have these young talented players we've talked about Matthews over and over again. I would think Braylon Staley, Travis Smith, I've seen the highlights. The catch and run playmaking abilities there. Like, that's part of the potential we're talking about, right?
It's there.
Travis Smith, there's again, high school, but terrific highlight of him going across the field with the football to get to the end zone.
It's there, man, but this is not rocket science. And I think sometimes, folks try to make it harder than what it really is, man. It's really about it's habits. It's habits. That's what it's about. Creating the muscle memory, creating habits, doing it over and over. This is why Chazanier is such a great shooter, because it's the muscle memory, doing it over and over and over, where he catches the ball, and it's the same shooting motion, and that's why he's a consistent shooter. Well, it's no different being a receiver or DB or quarterback or whatever. Like, it's the habits, and you're doing it no matter what. If it's routes versus air, or if it's someone guarding you as one-on-ones, or if it's just the outside 7-on-7, or if it's team, like, you do the same thing over and over and over. And if you do that, man, you'll be amazed with what you can do when it's 3rd down and 6 versus Florida, and you catch the ball, and because you're so used to catching it and making a subtle move and keeping your feet hot instead of letting them cool down and allowing yourself to get tackled, you keep your feet hot. Man, you're making dudes miss. You may take it to the house. You may pick up an extra 20 yards. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we got to do.
And it's the good habits, because if you have bad habits, those will show up too.
You're going to have habits.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have habits. It's either bad habits or good habits.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has habits. It's whether or not if it's good or not, if it's productive or not. So you just want to make sure you have the right habits, the productive habits.
15:42 to go in the first half. Very early. Obviously, South Carolina leads Arkansas 10-9. They're at the first official timeout. So
man, they make some threes.
South Carolina is coming to play today. It's a matter of can they keep it up. Arkansas is 19-12. They are currently in the NCAA tournament. They could be in if they lose to South Carolina today. Probably wrap it up with a win. So Arkansas with motivation of the NCAA tournament, South Carolina with the motivation of trying to spoil. They tried to spoil Tennessee Senior Day. Obviously weren't good enough to do it. They'll try to spoil Arkansas's day today. 10-9, South Carolina leads Arkansas. Iowa State, kind of weird to see them playing today, but they're up 26-15 on Cincinnati in the Big 12. Second round, Georgia Tech and Virginia playing in the ACC, and then Davidson leads Richmond 62-59. Hoops all day. We'll continue to monitor. We'll talk more Tennessee football as they practice today. Pro Day was yesterday. There's a lot to cover with Tennessee football, and you can join us. Call or text if you would like to join the show, 865-656-9900. Any mid-spring questions you might have regarding Tennessee football. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward as we continue on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it. Always on, always free.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Fellas, if you're often feeling tired, lacking motivation and drive, gaining weight, or noticing a loss of muscle mass, these could all be signs of low testosterone. Don't wait. Find out. Because at Low T Center, they can help you. You can get your levels checked right there with their on-site lab, and you'll get your results back in about 20, 30 minutes. Low T Center is not your typical doctor's office. They're health providers specializing in treating low T with personalized testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT. And this is done with each patient. They have over a decade of experience helping patients. And super important, their treatment plans are made just for you, tailored just for you, optimized just for you. These are not standard dosage treatments. You can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. So it's about getting you back to your best, fellas. Go to the website first. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
Here's another great reason to call Instaglass.
Okay, check this out. Ready? Ready? Here goes.
You got nothing.
He dribbles left, then backs in.
No, you got nothing.
Look out.
He steps out. Bring it. Crosses over, drives right. He shoots. No! Oh, score!
Oh, man. Wow, that was impressive. You better call Instaglass.
Instaglass can replace and fix glass instantly. In fact, they replace glass faster than anyone else in the business. Call Instaglass to fix windows and doors the same day. They can also fix moisture in your glass or fogged windows by repairing seal failures fast. So call Instaglass today at 865-567-4555 for the fastest, most reliable same-day glass fix. Call 567-4555. That's 567-4555 or visit instaglass.com. INSTIGLASS.com. Fixing glass instantly.
Tackle your spring cleaning list with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning Spring Sale. Mention me, Tyler Ivinson, the Sports Animal, and get 3 rooms for $109 plus a free hallway. You can book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. What dealer can give you $5,500 for any old sled you can bring to Ted? That's a clue. Ted Russell Nissan, that's who. And we're also the only dealer where you can buy 4 brand new tires for the price of 2. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Swung on and hit into deep left field. Back to the wall. It's gone.
Lady Ball softball is underway at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium.
Walk-off home run.
Cheer on the Lady Balls as they take on SEC opponents Arkansas, Mississippi State, Auburn, Texas A&M, and more on Rocky Top. Better hurry, tickets are going fast. We'll see you at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium for Lady Ball softball. View the schedule and get your tickets at allvols.com.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Arkansas 14-12 on South Carolina. Razorbacks with the basketball. John L. Davis kind of took off. Remember they had to replace Boogie Flan, very talented freshman, terrific player.
May come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, may come back. I don't know why he would do that.
16-12, that's why. Going to run.
Run where?
Well, not too far, but, you know, some run marathons, some run 5Ks. That's okay.
I mean,
1 foot after the next.
I appreciate Boogie Flan wanting to come back and play for the team, but hey, man, you about to go to the NBA. Sure?
Sure.
I mean, if he's cleared, then why not? But like, if he cleared, but it's 50-50, I don't know about playing. But hey, that's good for Arkansas, and you certainly want to see more of that in college athletics. I mean, people playing for the team and putting the team ahead of themselves, man. That's very Chris Lofton-ish.
Yes. More of that. Thinking about the team and how you can impact the team.
For sure.
Would be good. 865-656-9900 from Tennessee's football team. There are several that hope to help NFL teams. Nathan asked who will be the first Vol taken in the NFL draft. I think that's an easy answer. Should be James Pierce Jr.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, I doubt that he falls to the point where, like, Omar Norman Lott or Dylan Sampson is drafted ahead of him. If that's the case, then, whew, boy, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, man, that we didn't know. But, yeah, Pierce should be first-round pick, whether it's middle or late or maybe even falling out of the first round, should be an early second-round pick. And I don't think Sampson and Omar Norman-Lott's ever been talked about as being a second-round pick.
Yeah, not as high as Pierce is projected. And he still has a good chance to be a first-round pick. So
Yeah,
I think Pierce, and then there's a battle. Let's see how quickly running backs go. And it takes one team to say, actually, I have Sampson slotted higher as a running back than some of these other teams do. So Norman Lott and Sampson are in good positions. Pierce still in the best position for the NFL draft, which starts April 24th, goes through the 26th. So a little more than a month to go, as Tennessee had its pro day today. We did have somebody ask in the
yesterday,
about your 40. So did it end up being the mid 4.4s officially for Dylan? I think that's where the official time was. Clocked as low as in the 4.3s. So he had, I think, a really good day in terms of how he ran.
Time.
Terrific athlete, and then his tape speaks for itself. Do you remember your 40 and combine pro day? You ran both, I guess. And then
combine. I ran my 40. wasn't great at all, and I did the routes. I pulled a muscle in my leg during the routes and had to shut it off. Pro day, I did everything that I didn't do in the combine. I ran, I want to say like 4 or 5, something like that, at the pro day. At least that's what I was told. I don't remember really any other time, any other event. I just remember that one because I know that was so important for me to be able to prove that I had some straight line speed. So it's a lot for sure, man. When you look around, there's 32 teams there. It is more comfortable being in your surroundings as opposed to being in Indianapolis. But I'll never forget it, for sure. I'll relive it, start times, and what happened and what didn't happen. I mean, it's hard to forget it.
Did Ainge throw to you guys, or who threw to you at pro day?
Clausen.
Rick did?
Mm-hmm. Because Rick was a GA at the time, and you normally don't have players with eligibility participating in the pro day, even if they're helping.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So Rick threw to us, and it worked out perfect.
And rules, I guess, have changed because remember a couple years ago there was the story that teams wanted to see Joe throw when he still had a year of eligibility. But that's right.
Yeah.
It would have been different.
But it worked out perfect because Rick just played at Tennessee a year before, and so we already had that chemistry. So he threw to me, Meach, and Brett Smith.
What the teams that they bring camcorders? How did they video anything then? Back in those days.
I don't know, man. They had the big tripod, and they hit the button, and all the smoke flew up in the air, kind of like the old school Western when they used to take those pictures.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
Yeah, similar. And then there's Dante Thornton. I'll be very curious to see how he's viewed because he can run. He has size. He had to deal with injuries while he's at Tennessee, but he's intriguing. Remember how he was talked about when he got to Tennessee and his first year didn't go very well, but he was much better this past year compared to the season before. And, again, the physical attributes will give Dante Thornton a shot.
Yeah. I mean, the scouts have to determine if his receiver skill set that he used at Tennessee can be translated to the next level. Mm-hmm. I mean, my man is 6'5" and ran a 4.3. You just don't find that on trees. And Dante is someone that wants to be good. He's coachable. He's shown that he can improve, and he did that at Tennessee. I'm curious to see where he goes. I think his best football is in front of him.
Yeah, one of the compliments to Dante has to be, okay, year one didn't go great at Tennessee, which he recognized. He had to come back from injury too, but he worked hard to address what went wrong the year before, and he was clearly better the next year. We got a question yesterday that we didn't get to during the show about Chris Brazzell. He did some good things. He had a big touchdown catch against Alabama to help win the game, but he needs to be better next year than he was this past year. Chris Brazzell's a guy. Let's see how he reacts, because a lot of the attention is on Matthews and the younger players. Brazzell is the one guy coming back with real experience in the SEC this past season. So I will be curious to see what he looks like year 2 compared to year 1 at Tennessee. He's a fourth-year guy in college.
It's mental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's mental.
But it comes back to that, taking coaching, recognizing where he needs to improve and working on that.
Yeah, it's mental, and it's about really creating habits, man. That's what it's about. It's about creating habits, man. We had too many guys that was jumping to catch the ball for no reason. Too many guys leaving their feet for no reason to catch passes. I mean, you just have to get back to the fundamentals of tying your eyes to the football, catching the ball with your eyes, all the way to the tucking of the football, catching tennis balls. I mean, it gets to the basics and just doing it over and over and over to where, again, like it just becomes a new habit for you. And that's what it's about.
I think that's the word of the day, habits. The good ones.
Especially at that position, really at every position. And sometimes, like, you have players that come from certain schools and they teach it differently. They teach how to read the pass differently than what Tennessee is teaching, or receivers taught something different. Like, you get new players, sometimes you're breaking bad habits, and sometimes like, the player doesn't have any bad habits. He's basically a blank canvas, and you're creating new habits. Everybody's different, though, when they come in.
We'll continue the conversation. We'll keep talking Tennessee football this afternoon with 90 minutes to go. 865-656-9900 if you'd like to join us. Arkansas with they're tied now. I think goaltending there. So 19 all between Arkansas and South Carolina. There's a little under-the-radar storyline with this as well. Are you aware of the total career win situation with Tennessee and Rick Barnes and then Arkansas coach John Calipari? So Tennessee updated.
Close.
The NCAA all-time winningest coaches, Rick Barnes and John Calipari, are both top 10. Cal is 1 total career win ahead of Rick Barnes. 832 to 831. Rick can pass John Calipari this season.
Oh, he will.
I expect that he will as well. But that would be a reason to pull for South Carolina if you're a Tennessee fan, right?
Who's on coach longer, Coach Cal or Rick Barnes? If I'm Rick Barnes,
maybe that's
I leave when you leave.
Maybe that's part of the motivation.
I leave when you leave.
How old's Cal?
Coach Cal's like, I leave when you leave. Barnes like, I leave when you leave. When you leave. Not when you leave.
Cal's 66, I believe.
How old was Rick?
71. Young 71, though.
Very young.
He's Pete Carroll-ish.
He really is.
I'm not joking when I say that. 70, maybe turning 71. He'll be 71 this summer. Yeah, there you go. But they're both top 10. Rick is 1 win behind John Calipari with a chance to catch him and pass him before this season ends.
Oh, he's doing that.
South Carolina up 21-19, 10 minutes to go in the first half in the first game of the SEC tournament. Our first half of the show is complete. We have another 90 minutes to go. If you would like to join us, call or text Tennessee football-related questions. We'll get back to Tennessee basketball as the afternoon goes along, as well as Tennessee is now 2 days away from opening up play in the SEC tournament, which is underway in Nashville. We continue on Josh and Swain.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com.
Hey, Josh, I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford. You can stop by the Parkside Drive location or Kingston Pike. I have shopped at both. We have purchased vehicles at both locations. In fact, the 2 vehicles we drive right now, one came from each location, Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike. It's Ford Truck Month right now. You can take advantage of the savings and the low interest rates and the many options they have. They have the Ford F-Series with so many combinations of trucks available to meet your need. So if it's time to upgrade, or if you are looking to add a truck to your situation, they can help you with what you need to get the job done. Work trucks, they have them available. Super Duty trucks, the Ford F-150 Lightning, and a great lineup of electric vehicles from Ford. Check them out right now. They also have savings and low interest rates on Ford Broncos right now. So whatever you need from Ford, from Lincoln next door, Kingston Pike at Walker Springs Road at Ted Russell Lincoln, or with their pre-owned selection, it's about finding what you need, as they've done for me. Parkside Drive, Kingston Pike, and shop online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
New year, new kitchen. Is 2025 finally the year you put the heart of your home first? Hey, it's Heather Harrington. You will never regret creating the kitchen of your dreams with the team at Kitchen Sales. I know, because I live in my dream kitchen every single day. We had an old, cramped kitchen with a formal dining room that was never being used. The Kitchen Sales team came in and transformed our space, creating one big room, moving some existing cabinetry to a new location to create a coffee bar, and we hung on to much-needed storage. Then they installed my favorite part of our new kitchen, our 11 by 4 foot island. It has seating and storage on both sides. Now I can cook dinner while overseeing homework. Kitchen Sales can make your space more beautiful and functional for your home. They've got 2 great locations, Hoyt Avenue in downtown just off Cherry Street, or out west near Best Buy off Peters Road. And online at kitchensales.net. Build your dream space with the team at Kitchen Sales.
This has been a paid announcement.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of the Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At the Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and our sleep experts will help match you to your perfect one using our exclusive Tuck Fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Tempur-Pedic for only $19 a month with free local delivery and $300 in free accessories. Come see us at one of our convenient locations or go to bedstore.com today.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Off to the races for what should be the warmest day of the year so far at 78. But wear that sunscreen. We've got a ton of sunshine with some high-level clouds. A couple sprinkles along the western edge of our area and not too chilly tonight. Staying mild before those weekend thunderstorms. For the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Stream the Sports Animal free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Jason Swain's here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward, 865-656-9900. Swain, earlier in the show, we talked about accolades for Tennessee basketball players. Sporting News putting both Zakai Ziegler and Chaz Lanier on their third-team All-America team. This wouldn't necessarily be an accolade yet, but they're both legitimate candidates with the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. Jemai Meshack and Zakai Ziegler are among the 10 semifinalists. They are the only team with two semifinalists.
Should we be a little further along?
I get confused with the timing and the pace of these different awards.
Conference championships playing right now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Semi?
The Broyles Award wasn't handed out until, what, a couple months after the regular season ended, more than that. So it's difficult to keep up with. So we're now at the semifinalist stage for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. The semifinalists include 10 players. Tennessee has 20% of them, Zakai and Jemai, and they are both legitimate candidates. Field of 68 at the beginning of the week gave its National Defensive Player of the Year award to Jemai Meshack. The coaches gave Zakai Ziegler the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, and both players were on the SEC All-Defensive Team. So Tennessee has two.
Who's some other players? Any other players in the SEC?
Let's see if I can pull up the list.
Because
they will announce, by the way, so they will do 4 finalists. That's another thing. How do you decide how many finalists? It's 4 for the Naismith Defensive Player. They will be announced during the tournament. The award will be given during the first weekend of April in San Antonio, so during the Final Four weekend.
Hey, I mean, that's here's the cool thing about the award.
Mm-hmm.
It does allow those players to let the postseason help them or hurt them. But so many times awards are given to a player before the playoffs, before the postseason. Like, postseason is part of your story. It's part of the narrative. And at least here, it's going to be factored in, and it should be.
So the other semifinalists include Cooper Flagg at Duke, Denver Jones at Auburn, he's deserving of this consideration. We've already had the SEC conversation.
Jamai's better than him.
Yeah. So he's deserving as a top 10 guy.
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't win SEC, then there's no way he should win national.
Right, I would agree with you.
Right,
Stevie Mitchell from Marquette.
So that's 9. So
yep. Kadary Richmond from St. John's. They're terrific defensively, so that's somebody to pay attention to.
For sure.
Your boy Ryan Kalkbrenner from Creighton is on the list. Joseph Tugler from Houston. Houston should have a representative
every year. Yeah.
Yep. Hayden Gray from UC San Diego. He's not winning it. There goes the jinx. But so that's the competition, I would say.
So 9. So they really compete against 7 other.
Well, there's 10 guys total. Who did I not mention?
Well, excluding Denver
Taman
Jones.
Lipsey from Iowa State.
I'm excluding Denver Jones.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So you're really competing against 7 other dudes now. Mm-hmm. For Tennessee guys, if you're Jemai, you're competing against 9 other guys, including your teammate.
Yeah, I think you're right there. If Denver Jones wins, with all due respect to him, then I think it's time for another lawsuit because you've already done the SEC. It's like you go through the rounds and you've done the SEC, so it can't be national at this point. But we'll see how it plays out. I think there's a good chance one of them, unless you worry about the canceling each other out thing. I don't know if that's real or not. But 2 semifinalists for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award, Zakai Ziegler and Jemai Meshack.
It's pretty special. They'll be telling their kids about this and bringing it up at reunions when they come back to Tennessee years and years later.
They should be there in San Antonio to accept the award, either one of them, right? Final Four?
That's what they should be expecting.
Yep.
Yeah, that should be their expectation for sure. They're one of the top teams in the country. They were in the top 5 for a lot of the year. They should expect to be one of the top 4 at the end of the season. Just got to go execute. Got to go do it.
So there is an update with Tennessee basketball accolades, some All-America recognition for Zakai Ziegler and Chaz Lanier, and Defensive Player of the Year semifinalist status now, down to 10 for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year. Quick update as well, the Tennessee baseball team won yesterday, so they are the last remaining team that is unbeaten in college baseball.
It was close.
Partially thanks to it was closer than probably
Closer than what we expect,
yeah.
but
you know, as
it happens.
Yeah, realistically, a lot of thoughts are on Florida this weekend as well. Florida comes to town. Florida beat Florida State last night. Florida State was unbeaten going in, so the Gators win last night against their rival out of the ACC.
They didn't just win; they
took care of business in that one. Yep.
About
So Tennessee
5 runs.
unbeaten. The Lady Vols with a nice win against Duke in softball last night. So the winning continues for Tennessee. With Tennessee baseball, the case or the story of Alberto Osuna continues. Latest update there would be Tim Burchett today on the House floor speaking on behalf of Alberto Osuna. No idea if that will help or play any kind of role in Osuna. I mean, at this point, it's a plea to the NCAA because the court said no, or have said no to this point. But Tim Burchett with his plea on behalf of Osuna. So that would be the update there. As SEC play is, what's today? Wednesday, 2 days away for Tennessee.
Bring on them Gators. Let's work them silly. Ain't that what they say about their opponent?
That's what Florida says? Work them silly?
Work them silly, Gators. Yeah.
Oh.
So we want to work the Gators silly.
Right. You want the old switcheroo.
Mm-hmm.
Chomp, chomp.
Hey, listen.
You going to be Gator chomping over at Lindsey Nelson?
No. Florida State fans, you know, they've been coping hard since the World Series.
Yeah.
Don't let us beat Florida after y'all lost to them, Florida State fans.
Is Evan Russell going to come to the game wearing a Florida football helmet?
I mean,
remember that scene?
Did we just wear it or did we take it?
I don't think they took it. I would like to think that they put him back, but I don't know. Maybe one made it out of there.
Well,
they found the equipment room.
Well, if you did that, you definitely shouldn't be wearing it.
Yeah, statute of limitations probably not up on that one
at all. So, of course, we didn't do that.
No,
man.
No,
we wouldn't do anything like that.
Now, take it a step too far. I wouldn't.
Wait, that would be a step too far.
That's not what happens here.
For sure.
That would not happen. So Tennessee, Florida, that'll be a good one. Must-win series.
For Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's the right attitude.
Especially against Florida. And then you got LSU coming up, soon. So, yeah, you got to win the series.
I don't know if it's must-win, but Arkansas needs to treat it as such. Right now, 4:10 to go in the first half. Arkansas leads South Carolina 34-28 in the first round of the SEC tournament. We were talking about total wins for Rick Barnes and John Calipari. Shannon asked, will Arkansas's NIT wins count for Calipari's record? It's not very nice. I think Arkansas stands a really good chance at this point to be in the NCAA tournament, especially if they do win today.
Josh, it may not be nice, but it's a legitimate question.
Well, actually, for the sake of the winning conversation, stand a better chance to win in the NIT, I would think.
It's a fair question.
Yeah.
Fair question.
But officially, yes, that would count for his career wins. Have you been to an NIT game, by the way?
Why'd I do that?
It's not the most lively of environments. Depending on the situation, some schools can get into it. There's another basket by Jonas Adu, 36-28 Arkansas. But I went to some Tennessee NIT games back in the day when it was a letdown to be there because they were on the bubble, fell short. It's a tough environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Folks just there watching the game just because there's a game going on, but not a lot of excitement. Jonas had that Kevin Durant moment.
He pulled up from the top of the key. No good from behind the three-point line. But 36-28 Arkansas leads. The Tennessee-Georgetown game, for anybody that remembers that one, that was
like watching paint dry.
That was.
You know how much I love to grow fescue grass. That's the only grass I like growing. I'd rather sit there and watch that grow than watch the Tennessee-Georgetown game.
Yeah, that was not one to be at.
That was rough.
The Arkansas the Tennessee-Alabama game from a couple weeks ago. Jemai hits the game winner.
Mm-hmm.
The environment there.
Mm-hmm.
If you took the opposite of that, that would be kind of what the Tennessee-Georgetown game was.
It was rough, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough. They set basketball back for a while.
But you know what? Tennessee moved forward from there, as we will on the show, because better times now, as Arkansas leads 39-30 against South Carolina. 2 minutes to go in the first half. We have another hour 15 to go on the show, inviting you to be a part of it at 865-656-9900 right here on Josh and Swain.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Accomplishing goals is hard. But when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. Babbel is designed with you in mind. From expert-created lessons to conversational video units and even live classes, you can personalize your Babbel experience to be exactly what you need to really learn a new language more easily. Go ahead, set a goal for yourself. Accomplish it with Babbel. Try Babbel for free. Go to BABBEL.com. That's Babbel.com.
I never thought building a custom home would be this easy. When Red Door Homes built our house last year, they made the process simple. We picked from their 30-plus floor plans, customized it how we wanted, and they built it right on our land. The construction time was quick, and their 10-year warranty gave us total confidence. If you're thinking about building a home, do what we did. Go to reddoorhomestn.com and visit their showroom right off Paper Mill and Kingston Pike. You won't regret it.
Red Door Homes, home building as it should be.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Our Vols team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like our Vols, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
Here's a spring cleaning hack to make your life a lot easier. Schedule an appointment with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their ZR water cleans better than detergents while leaving zero residue behind. And for this month only, take advantage of their spring sale and mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, you're going to get a free hallway as well. That's 3 rooms of carpet plus a hallway for $109. Book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com. All they leave is clean.
Hey guys, Trevor Bain here. When I'm on the racetrack, I always look.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Final segment of hour number 2. Good for Jonas Adu. He steps to the free throw line as well. He's had a good week. He had 21, 10, and 4 assists, 3 blocks in their win against Mississippi State, and they won by 1. That was an important win against Mississippi State. He is now at 13 points and 5 rebounds in the first half for Arkansas. Good for Jonas. I like to see that for him.
He's on pace for almost 30.
Yeah, if he hits this free throw, he'll be at 14 first-half points for Arkansas, and he did. 14 points, 5 rebounds in the first half for Jonas.
Good for Jonas, man, because I always wanted to see him be comfortable, look comfortable. Wasn't during most of the season. I watched Arkansas, but he looked comfortable today.
Yeah. If Tennessee's playing Arkansas, then you're rooting against Jonas, but otherwise – no reason to root against him.
Nope. No reason at all.
Arkansas is now up 13 on South Carolina, so they're high flying. 3:30 today, Texas Vanderbilt. 7 o'clock tonight, Mississippi State and LSU. The late window tonight, Oklahoma and Georgia.
So you're rooting for Texas as a Tennessee fan to have a deep run to avoid them making a huge big-time hire? An NBA coach, because they're going to get it right at some point.
I think they're more likely to find the success that they expect at Texas with the next coach they hire versus the coach they have right now.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get it right at some point. And plus, you got pro coaches. We see it with Bill Belichick going to North Carolina. It's like, oh, it's pro, semi-pro. I got money. I can go buy players. So now college, to some coaches, is more attractive. Now you see Jim Nagy said, I can go to Oklahoma and be the GM. It's more like pro now. Bill Belichick, I can go to North Carolina. It's more like pro. There's going to be some basketball coaches that do the same. And it may be Texas with 2 former NBA coaches. One is current, one is former, but those big names are linked to that job if they make it a change. So if you are an SEC fan, you kind of want Texas to win so they don't make a move. Now, they may make a move the next year like NC State did.
Right.
But
yeah, they went to the Final Four last year, fired their coach last weekend.
Yeah.
Man, Arkansas is rolling. They're up 47-30. 47 first-half points for Arkansas.
Payback.
Sleeper team in the NCAA tournament?
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, talent is there, and they've obviously gotten better.
Right now, Arkansas projected 11 seed by Joe Lunardi taking on UCLA in the first round. They could win that game for sure.
Yeah,
John Calipari's back.
Honestly, I think any team that's in the SEC, and has a 6 seed or lower should be considered a sleeper.
The Razorbacks remembered what happened 2 weeks ago in Columbia, and it has not happened today. So they will go to halftime up 47-30 on South Carolina. Nice first half for the Razorbacks.
Well, South Carolina, you are half away from putting all your eggs in the women's South Carolina basketball team.
Not a bad basket to invest in.
But I'm sure they want both teams competing in postseason, but that's not looking like it's going to be the case.
14 points, 8 rebounds for Jonas Adu in the first half against South Carolina. So basketball continues all day long as conference tournament action at the major conference level is underway. Some mid-majors continue on as well. Tennessee will play Friday. We got asked, by the way, maybe we can get to this in a few minutes as we're closing out hour number 2, but we were asked, hey, you guys haven't made an SEC tournament pick yet. Who's going to win the tournament? We've not done that, I don't believe.
Well, it's too late now. It's already started. You're supposed to do that before the tournament starts, right?
Well, this isn't a play-in game, but it's play-in-ish. you can turn your brackets in after the Tuesday, Wednesday games of the in-state tournament week. So I think this would apply as well. You picking Arkansas to win it?
No.
Neither am I. So, yeah, we could make that pick. Tennessee's lead-in, by the way, will be against either Texas A&M or the winner of Texas-Vandy tonight. So Texas-Vandy played this afternoon to take on Texas A&M tomorrow, and the winner of that game will play Tennessee on Friday.
You got Tennessee winning it, the tournament?
The
SEC tournament?
SEC tournament?
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it break time?
We are up against it. And I'd love to answer your question right now.
The rules are rules, right?
Rules are rules, and out times are out times.
That's correct.
Now, is that out time technically still 40 seconds away? It is, but we need to tell you that you can call or text at 865-656-9900. We need to remind you that you can listen on demand anywhere you get your podcasts, like Apple and Spotify. Just search Josh and Swain. We would love for you to subscribe. We'll remind you that you can watch with us on the Sports Animal YouTube channel, and we'll remind you that we'll keep you up to date on what's going on with the action today and talk more Tennessee football. So I think we've properly delayed our pick of the SEC tournament to the beginning of hour number 3. We'll get to that. We'll get to your calls and texts alongside VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward on Josh and Swain.
Hey guys, Trevor Bain here. When I'm on the racetrack, I always look for ways to go further, faster. And when it comes to banking, I need a checking account that does the same. Rewards Checking from Southeast Bank pays me cash back with every debit card purchase over $10. Gets me ACH deposits up to 3 days early and has no monthly service fees. Taking my wallet the extra mile. Rewards Checking from Southeast Bank. Checking that takes you further. Visit southeastbank.com or visit your nearest branch to open an account today.
Member FDIC, terms and conditions apply.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
This isn't your grandparents' YMCA. Sure, you might have learned to swim at the Y or spend summers at camp, but when was the last time you experienced the Y? Today's YMCA of East Tennessee is packed with everything you need to crush your fitness goals. From top-of-the-line workout equipment to pickleball courts, platforms for heavy lifting, certified personal trainers, and high-energy body pump classes. There's a place for you at the Y. Rediscover the YMCA of East Tennessee. 5 locations, endless possibilities. Visit ymcaknoxville.org to join today. The YMCA of East Tennessee, where fitness meets community.
Some things just go together, like peanut butter and jelly, or a Casey's spicy chicken sandwich and a 49-cent medium fountain drink, or a Casey's breakfast sandwich and a 49-cent fountain drink, or even Casey's limited time Italian deli sliders and a 49-cent fountain drink. You get the idea. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. See store for details.
Are you tired of battling the constant lack of energy day after day? What about what's going around that everyone's fighting? Hey, this is Karina. I'm an RN, and I'd love to put the pep back in your step. It's time to visit Vital Hydration. Vital Hydration is the new way to feel better in no time, and we're now just off Level Road in West Knoxville to give you the energy you need in 1 hour. Visit us at 10932 Murdoch Drive or book your IV today at vitalhydrationknox.com. Vital Hydration will bring you back to where you want to be.
It should be easy to find a local plumber, right? Plumber near me.
Hey there, we can help you.
Weird. These are all big companies.
Excuse me, we're a plumbing company 2 miles away. Hello?
Well, it is what it is. Guess I'll dial that 1-800 number.
Can she seriously not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local plumbers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Princeville. Touchdown. Streaming worldwide at 991thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. Yes! We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute. There's a tendency for Tiger Woods fans to ignore reality. No matter how injured he is, we always hold out that he'll have one more surprise major win in him, like he did at the 2019 Masters. But now he's 49. And yesterday, he announced that he tore his Achilles tendon. We've seen old golfers make noise at majors before, but with everything Tiger has put his body through, hard to imagine he's got one more magical run in him. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
At Lowe's, our members get more. With the MyLowe's Rewards programs, you can shop member-only deals for your home and business every week. Plus, members earn points on eligible purchases. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
Welcome into hour number 3 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us.
Who you got?
I got you. Excited to be here with you. Jason Swain, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. At Josh and Swain on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Love for you to follow there. We were asked the question, who do we have winning the SEC tournament? Is that what you meant?
Yeah. Not you trying to be all romantic and stuff. Just tell me who you like to win the tournament.
Well, I don't know that I like them to, but the Florida Gators. I think Florida will win the SEC tournament.
I was going to pick them too.
Well, that's a good pick by you. Florida is the 2 seed. Florida will play the winner of Missouri versus either Mississippi State or LSU. Florida actually lost at home against Missouri early this season. But I think right now that's a good matchup in the second round.
As they were a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So that would set up most likely a Florida versus Alabama Saturday matchup. Could be Florida versus Kentucky. But I will go with the Gators.
I mean, Florida's the only team that's beaten Auburn and Alabama. So
yeah,
that's why I was going to pick them. And listen, I hope they go they win it and it's tight games and they go double overtime all the way to the end. If Tennessee doesn't win it, I hope everybody else plays in double overtime games.
So Florida right now offensively in the country ranks number 3, defensively ranks number 11. They had been top 10 for a while, so they're borderline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Duke is top 10 in both. Ain't played nobody. Houston is top 10 in both.
You've got to say Paul at the end.
Paul. Duke's played a few good teams. Beat Auburn. Almost ended Illinois' basketball program. But anyway, so Florida, Duke, Houston. I think that's your list of teams that are either top 10 in both or borderline in Florida's case. Top 25 in both is still not a long list. Tennessee is on that one. Tennessee is number 1 in the country in defensive rating, number 22 in offensive rating.
I feel disgusting. I don't want Florida to win. I'm not rooting for Florida to win, but I do think they will win the tournament. I think it's a good pick to pick them. They do have the depth. They've done it already. I don't think Auburn is playing as good as they did a couple weeks ago, but that doesn't mean that they can't go win national championship because they're not going to play the gauntlet of a schedule that they played the last couple of weeks in the SEC. So, like, this will be harder for teams this week than it will be next week, at least until the third or fourth round or so for SEC teams. So it's going to be difficult. Like, to beat the teams you have to beat on consecutive days, that's going to be really, really, really tough. Really tough. I mean, during the regular season, you had a little bit of a break. Now, Alabama had a tough schedule at the end of their schedule, but at least they had a day in between. Not here. It's every day.
You're right. The SEC grind has been brutal for everybody. I mean, part of the reason they have so many quad one wins among these top-ranked teams is because they've just played so many games against high-level competition. Teams that rank top 25 both offensively and defensively right now: Auburn, Duke, Florida, Houston, Clemson, Tennessee. There are 6
I like
teams.
that Clemson team, man.
Yeah, Clemson's good. Clemson was the only team in the ACC to beat Duke this year.
Yeah, I like that Clemson team.
Yep, Clemson is a good quality team. Ken Palm ranks them number 19 in the country.
How many games they
They're
lost?
26
like
and 5. 26 and 5.
Yeah, 4. Okay, 5. Okay, yeah, they're good. They were good last year. They made a little bit of a run last year.
See, 1, 2, 3. 3 of their 5 losses are in overtime. They were beaten in regulation twice this season. Clemson.
Yeah, they're a good team. I guess we got to beat them too, huh? In basketball, we did it in football and baseball. We'll probably face them.
Probably steal one of their players afterward.
I mean, hey, it's always tryout season.
It's not stealing. They're just allowed to go.
It's always tryout season when you're playing against Tennessee. They see what they want to be a part of. We can't help it.
Let's see, where does Joe have Clemson right now? Joe has Clemson as a 4 opening in Seattle. I'm sure they really appreciate that. They have this terrific season. They got to head out to Seattle to play with Oregon in the 4-5 game. Oh, they can't do that to Clemson.
No, that's dirty.
That would also be in the South with Auburn. So, man, congratulations. And that's just a projection. We'll see where they end up. Tennessee right now, according to Joe Lunardi, would be the 2 seed in the East with Duke. And according to Jerry Palm, and their updates don't come at the same time, Tennessee would be a 2 in the Midwest with Houston.
Bring it on.
Both have Tennessee opening up in Cleveland for the first weekend.
Bring it on.
I say this repeatedly, the NCAA tournament, it's a bunch of mini tournaments. So first you got to go win your 4-team tournament, right now projected in Cleveland. Can you be the best of those 4? And then the next weekend, you try to be the best of 4 teams in, let's say, Indianapolis. If you're in the Midwest, it becomes a little bit tougher there. But can you be the best of 4 teams? Can you go 2-0, then 2-0 again? That's how you get to the Final Four.
Not cool it would be.
Sounds really simple, right?
Well, yeah, it is real simple. Win.
Yeah, simple, not easy.
The fans, man, you get a chance all day today. Just buy a ticket, and sit there all day and just watch postseason basketball. That's pretty good, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. That's what I love about the conference tournaments is you'll have fans with different colors on representing different teams, but they'll stay and watch all the games. Why? Because they paid for it, and they ain't trying to waste any money. But that's really, really cool if that's something that you would want to do.
Yeah, that shouldn't be ignored when we talk about, okay, what do you want to accomplish? How important is winning the tournament? That conversation matters because it also we wonder about seeding. But, I mean, these are high-level teams. South Carolina's not really, but Arkansas is an NCAA tournament team. These games matter. The broadcast crew for this game is Dan Shulman and Jay Billis.
Oh, yeah.
For a 1 o'clock game on a Wednesday in the SEC tournament.
You know why. You know, Billis gets first dibs, right?
Sure.
On what games he wants to do, so he always gets the best games. What other conference tournament is he going to do?
Well, that's right, but it's a bigger deal now.
Yeah, that's right. He wants to do the best. He gets first dibs, and covering the SEC tournament is better than covering the ACC tournament this year.
Mm-hmm.
It used to not be like that at all.
Yeah, but a couple of years ago, he's not there for a Wednesday Georgia-Mississippi State
No,
game. A couple teams that might qualify for the NIT.
that's true.
He's not doing that.
That's true.
And then the College Game Day crew will be there this weekend. I think starting on Friday is what Ron Slay said. So ESPN College Game Day, we know about the history of the ACC. The Big Ten has been a monster in basketball. The College Game Day crew will be in Nashville for the SEC tournament. They'll be there, I think, again, he said starting on Friday when Tennessee will begin play. Man, if it's Tennessee, Texas A&M, there'll be some fighting in that game again.
Why? It wasn't fighting the last one.
Well, not just those two teams, but just the way those two teams play.
Oh, it'd be some
elbows
moving a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that as a compliment to their styles, but that's just what it's going to be. A&M will be looking for a little payback. Tennessee will be looking to secure, maybe advance its NCAA tournament seeding.
Well, we've done a pretty good job against A&M in the SEC tournament.
Mm-hmm.
They've beaten us before, right? I want to say they've beaten us and we've beaten them.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it'll be opportunity to break the tie, maybe.
Maybe.
But all the games are going to be good. That's one thing you can bet your bottom on. The league was competitive this year in the regular season. The tournament is going to be even more competitive. So lock in, tune in, don't miss it. And Tennessee, we playing a little bit later in the week.
Now, those fans that are watching other teams do not include Chip from down in Atlanta. He texted in, "No, thank you. I'm not a Wildcat fan. It makes me laugh to see Kentucky fans stay for the whole tournament and watching that game. Watching that, if they broke out in my backyard, you couldn't pay me to watch."
I mean, they're big-time basketball fans. I mean, they're right there in the front row.
They are.
They probably got there when the place opened up to get that seat. So, I mean, they are big-time basketball fans. So that's why they always have a big presence there.
Chip, if Mark Pope's team shows up in your driveway to shoot some hoops, you're going to peel back the curtains. You're watching that, right?
I don't know, man. Have you seen Chip's man barn?
I have seen
man shed.
I've
saw
seen
pictures.
I've seen pictures.
Saw
I haven't
pictures?
been invited for the up close and personal like
It's
you.
not,
But
it's not a game with Chip.
I can tell that.
There's nothing blue in there. It's all orange. So I believe what Chip is saying.
Okay.
It's not a game with Chip.
So he's not getting the blue raspberry of the different sports drinks?
No, it's orange.
Mm-hmm.
It's orange.
It's all Chip knows.
Yeah. So I believe Chip.
Okay.
South Carolina was down a whole lot less at halftime than they are right now, down 20.
It's 52-32. Arkansas up on South Carolina 2 minutes into the second half. So Arkansas, barring a complete collapse, should win today and probably secures itself a position in the NCAA tournament. Joe Lunardi had them among the last 4 buys, so ahead of 6 teams for an NCAA tournament position. And, hey, they're playing better. They're playing better basketball. That game at South Carolina a couple weeks ago was ugly, but they've picked up some impressive wins, and they've played impressively today. And a guy who had been a disappointment for them a lot of the season, Jonas Adu, he's been impressive recently. So good for him. We'll see what that means for Arkansas in the next round and in the next tournament. But for Tennessee, it's 2 more days until the Volunteers play against Texas A&M or the winner of Texas and Vanderbilt, which will play next after this Arkansas-South Carolina game. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us next with 45 minutes to go on today's show on Josh and Swain.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Here's a spring cleaning hack to make your life a lot easier. Schedule an appointment with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their ZR water cleans better than detergents while leaving zero residue behind. And for this month only, take advantage of their spring sale and mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, you're going to get a free hallway as well. That's 3 rooms of carpet plus a hallway for $109. Book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com. All they leave is clean.
Ted Russell Ford, it is Ford Truck Month. They have great opportunities with the sales event that's happening right now. You can find great deals on amazing truck options at Ted Russell Ford. That includes the 2025 Maverick. How about the Ford F-150 lineup with different options to choose from? The 2024 Ford Ranger XLT with low interest rates available right now. The 2024 Ford F-150 Lightning has rates as low as 5.9% APR for 60 months, plus $3,000 retail bonus cash, and you can take advantage of no payments for 90 days. You can save, you can find low interest rates on so many truck options. Your super dealer, Ted Russell Ford, Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike, and online at tedrussellford.net. You can shop the inventory that they have available online when you go to tedrussellford.net. Trucks, SUVs, their pre-owned selection. They have so many great options. It's where I've shopped. Kingston Pike, Parkside Drive, and tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Our Vols team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate Team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like our Vols, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
With conference championships around the corner, now's the time to register for the Dos Million Bracket Challenge. Sign up at TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com, then fill out your bracket before the tournament tips off March 20th. Enter for the chance to win $2 million in more epic prizes, including a $50 gift card to the top bracket from every lodge.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Free on the radio. Free on the app. Free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
All facts, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain, thank you for being with us. Randy in the text box, the reason Jonas Adu has not had a good year this year, he didn't have Ziegler throwing him all the assists so he could score it. Shows how important Ziegler is. Ziegler is a great point guard to play with if you're a big man, you're trying to get some easy looks around the basket. You see the lobs to Felix Okpara. Cade Phillips was a lob and dunk machine this past weekend.
Yeah, I mean, good point. It matters. It matters who's running the offense and who's feeding you the ball. I mean, there's a lot of one-on-one play from Arkansas, especially early in the season, and new players and new roles. And if you have a scoring point guard like you had there at Arkansas earlier in the season, then, yeah, I mean, it's going to be less opportunities for certain guys. But looks like they're figuring it out.
Yep.
Jonas is getting more comfortable.
I also don't know how he's been physically all season long. Remember, he was coming back from an injury issue. He was out and very limited early in the season. I don't know how much that's affected him. I know it did at the start of the year. All season long, I'm not sure. But I'm happy for him to see him doing well here. He had a great season finale against Mississippi State and a really good performance today so far against South Carolina. Appreciate the text, 865-656-9900. Chip confirming Swain is right. All I drink is no sugar, electrolyte, orange drink flavor. That's all he knows.
What brand is it, Chip? What brand is it, Chip?
That's tricky. That's tricky. Knowing the history there.
You can't drink it this weekend.
Tennessee, Florida. Gators coming to town this weekend in baseball to open up SEC play. We say hello to Steve on Josh and Swain. Steve, thanks for calling in. Good afternoon. What's on your mind?
Oh, can I talk a little football?
Oh, please.
Hey, Steve. Yes, sir. What's happening?
Man, I'm glad y'all are finally taking my calls.
Steve, we love your calls. How are you today?
Well, I've done a lot worse. I'm going to learn something from y'all. What is going on to y'all in the brief time in spring practice? It sounds encouraging to y'all. Who's looking good?
Well, spring practice is always exciting, Steve, because, you know, grass is green now, and it's the first time you get a chance to see some new players on campus, whether they're freshmen or transfer players, and that's been the case so far this spring. You know, I was at practice a little bit earlier, and Mike Matthews is taking a step. The chemistry between him and Nico is really hard to deny. Waiting to kind of see how David Sanders Jr. holds his own, but he certainly looks the part.
Right.
I like Travis Smith Jr., the young receiver from Georgia. It looks like he has the opportunity to make some things happen. I think
right.
Davis looks really good. It looks like he's put on some weight, and he still is moving. I mean, he had a nice move in a one-on-one session. Either it was against a safety or a linebacker, but I mean, it was a double move where he just kind of shook the defender out of his shoes and made
right.
a great play. So those are the guys that kind of stood out to me when I was watching. I do like, you know, Staley. I think he's going to be a good player for us. I tend to gravitate towards just skill position players when they're not in full pads, and that's kind of what I did. I do like the combination of our tight ends with Miles Kitzelman and Ethan Davis. They got a chance to be really good together if they can stay healthy.
Right. Okay. Well, what do you think, Josh?
Well, Steve, I'll say that it's great to hear from you, and I think the freshmen will see what kind of real opportunities they get, but at the risk of repeating a couple names, but I think there are reasons to be optimistic about Travis Smith and Rodarius Jackson based on what's been seen so far. Morris at running back, he could factor in right away as a
right.
freshman because they need multiple guys at that position, and then nothing has changed in my opinion that David Sanders Jr. has a good chance to be a starter for the season opener.
And you'll like this too, Steve. I saw Tristan Keys, the 5-star receiver, he walked right past me, and he's a good-looking fella. He looks like he has a chance to be really, really special. When he walked by, he kind of reminded me of his build to a Derrick Rogers type. So Tennessee is in a good position with him, and just got to close the deal with him. So I knew you would like a little recruiting nugget.
Right. Well, okay, guys. Wonderful weather for spring practice right now, isn't it?
Can't beat it.
It is great. Great spring weather, which we have been waiting on. And, Steve, it's good to talk to you. Good to hear from you. Thanks so much for calling in.
Okay, thanks, fellas.
Thanks, Steve. Take care. Steve over there, and I believe Lexington calling into the show.
Listen, man, when I drove past there last weekend from Memphis, I saw the sign, and Steve is who I thought about.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought about Steve and Lex.
Yep. You hear Lexington, Tennessee, a lot of people are thinking Steve.
That's right.
A lot of Tennessee fans for sure.
100%. Why didn't you take Steve's phone call, Josh?
I've talked to Steve many times. It's been a while, but I've talked to Steve many times.
You better be taking Steve's phone call. I got Steve's back. Because everybody got their back.
You got my back?
It depends. Not when it comes to Steve.
Okay. Hey, Steve and I are friends.
Okay. All right. Well, we good then.
Yep. Now, if he's choosing between Josh or Swain, I never like battling the VFLs. That's never my interest. Remember at a charitable event, we did a bartending thing. It was Fred White and me.
Oh, yeah.
And we each had a tip jar. And whoever got more tips was the winner. And both tip jars were going to go to charity. I said, hold on, I'm competing.
It's not fair.
Against a VFL and starting safety and leader of the 1998 national championship team.
It's not fair, man. That's not right.
My family comes in. I'm not getting the tips. So I got some pity tips. Got some pity tips.
So you got the loose change?
Yeah, they said, Fred, here's some money. Would you mind breaking that and giving a portion to Josh's jar?
We want what
happened.
folds, not what jingles.
Ryan texted in. Same number to call, 865-656-9900. Who are our current on-team replacements for the seniors next season? Particularly curious about Zakai's replacement.
See, what happened was...
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think Zakai's replacement is on the team yet.
Yeah. Bishop Boswell factors into the backcourt, but...
Josh, you heard what I said.
I heard what you said.
You just feel the farting around, okay?
Yeah.
You just.
Was I doing that thing again?
You just do that thing again. You talking, but you ain't saying nothing. Zakai's replacement is not on this team right now. There's no way.
We don't know. Maybe it's Zakai.
Maybe it is Zakai.
Still waiting on official word regarding the potential change for players to have 5 years to play 5. But if that's going to happen, that needs to happen pretty soon because the season only has a few weeks to go. But, I mean, the returning scholarship players, you have Bishop Boswell, Cade Phillips, Felix Okpara, and J.P. Estrella, who's out for the season due to injury. And seen.
Probably need to find out soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, does Zakai need to go start training? Or does he need to, train inside of the pavilion area? We just need to find out, see where Zakai will be training after the season.
What if he just comes back?
I mean, you need permission, Josh. Can't just show up at somebody's house. You need to call first. At least that's what Derek Dooley said, right?
Yeah, all you have to do is call.
Pick
up the phone.
You got to call first. But no, you need an invitation. You have to be cleared to come back. Ooh, South Carolina.
Frisky.
Cut into that lead.
59-48. The Gamecocks have not given up. Still plenty of time. A 7-0 run for South Carolina as they hit a timeout. 11:58 to go. That's a lot of basketball.
Oh, yeah.
59-48. Still a nice lead for Arkansas against South Carolina. We'll come back. We'll update you. We will hand out an attaboy in our next segment. 30 minutes to go. 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
You're always welcome to join us on Sports Talk on The Sports Animal. I'm John Wilkerson with Vince Ferrara. We join you Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m.
And now our show is on social media. Same handle on all the socials. Sports Talk on 991, Instagram, Facebook, and X.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
The madness is here, the excitement, the upsets, and the thrill of the game. But when it comes to the game of life, don't let the unexpected leave you on the sidelines. Set a game plan this March to protect your loved ones with life insurance. I turned to SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. My wife's also 40, and her $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. Plus, with her same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Be the MVP of your family this month by protecting their future. Some policies are less than $1 a day.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-862-1122. That's 1-800-862-1122. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-862-1122. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Here's a spring cleaning hack to make your life a lot easier. Schedule an appointment with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their ZR water cleans better than detergents while leaving zero residue behind. And for this month only, take advantage of their spring sale and mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, you're going to get a free hallway as well. That's 3 rooms of carpet plus a hallway for $109. Book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com. All they leave is clean.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those 3 items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Need a home loan to buy, build, or remodel the home of your dreams, but not sure what loan option is right for you? Alcoa 10 can help. Their lending team can assist you in finding the solution that best fits your needs. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Let's see, landscapers I can afford. All right, searching affordable landscapers near me. Here we go.
Right here, sir. How can we help?
It's the same ones I saw last time.
Sir, we're right here and reasonably priced. Why is he not seeing us?
It looks like the ugly yard stays.
Sir, can you not see us?
Nope, he can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local landscapers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Winter's not over, but boy, it sure feels like it right now. It should be the warmest day of the year so far at 78 degrees. We'll rival it again later this week. Really comfortable with a few sprinkles early in the day on Thursday, but most are dry as the fire risk goes up, leading into those weekend thunderstorms. For the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, tennesseehome.us.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. With you until 3 o'clock on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks to everybody in the Tri-Cities for keeping up with us during the afternoons as South Carolina trying to keep up. Arkansas leads 59-48. Gamecocks with the basketball. 3-ball is no good. Rebound to Arkansas, and they will push it. So 11-point lead, 11.5 to go in the game, the first game of the SEC tournament. We're going to hand out an attaboy coming up here in just a moment. Swain, I'll read a quote here for you. It's a little lengthy, so hope I don't screw this up. This is from Kirby Smart, Georgia's football coach. Graham Coffey of Dog Central sharing this quote. Kirby Smart being asked what he wants to learn about his team during spring practice. And Kirby said, quote, "I want to see the fire. I want to see the passion, the energy. I want to see who wants to be a good football player, who really cares about this game. Like they care more about the game than they do about their NIL revenue stream. Like if you really, really, really care about the game and you want to be good, it doesn't matter about any kind of money. It matters how I play the game." More and more we're seeing across college football, the purists, the ones that care about the game the most, play the hardest. And usually the team that plays hardest wins. I know everybody thinks it's just whoever's more talented, but there's a whole lot to how hard you play and how much you care about it. So my goal is to find out how hard do you want to play? How much do you really want to be great? Because if you do, it'll show by how you practice. It's Georgia coach Kirby Smart.
I bet every coach in America would co-sign that and agree with that. Yeah, he nailed it. I mean, that's what every GM, every scout wants to know about college players when they're evaluating them to go to the NFL is how much you love football. Do you love football or do you love what football does for you? Mm-hmm. And at the college level, you can be a pretender. You can fake it until you make it a little bit in college. Pro level is harder. They'll weed your butt out.
You get exposed there.
Oh, you get exposed real quick. Because are you coming in early when it's not required? When it's not mandatory? Are you the first one in, the last one out the building? You can tell. So Kirby nailed it. I agree with him 100%. I mean, you want players to feel like they're valued and all that good stuff, but I think this time does expose players who wants it, who doesn't, who really loves the game, because there's no games anywhere in sight. The season is not for another 5 months or so, closer to 6. So do you really want to get better? Do you really want to put the time and the energy and the effort in to improving your craft?
Still an 11-point game. South Carolina with the ball, pushing it. 9-point game. Basket's good for South Carolina. Maybe this is unfair speculation. Does he have one player in mind, Kirby, when he says this? Does he play at Miami now?
Well, the reports was they were okay with him leaving. I think they were ready for him to go. But I doubt that even if he was talking about that one player, that there are not other players on the team that he's probably addressing too.
Yep, you're probably right on that. So I'm with you. I agree with what Kirby said. And by the way, no issue with wanting the NIL opportunities, wanting the money, but you can't go that route and then let everything else lag behind. You got to do both. You get the players that feel like they need to go show they earned that money. Those are the ones that are going to really succeed.
It's pretty easy to tell who loves the game, because man, it's a job. Like you earning your scholarship.
Yep.
I mean, you got the meetings, you got the weight room, you got the film study. So are you showing up on time? Are you doing things right? It shows if you really love it. Are you practicing the right way? Do you have the right body language? You don't ever have to say anything. And your actions speak very, very loud.
Yep.
So, shout out to Bud Ford. Just saw Bud Ford in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's another Tennessee legend.
That's right.
Yeah. And we'll wrap up and then hand out the attaboy, but here's an example of getting their financial opportunities but still putting in the work in. We've talked about Tennessee's basketball team. I think that's part of the appreciation Rick Barnes has for the seniors. Chaz Lanier got a nice NIL opportunity. He put the work in to be as good as he could at Tennessee. Zakai and Jemiah Mashak, hardest workers you're going to find.
And they're taken care of. They drive nice rides.
But they backed up on their end as well the work that's expected with the reward.
Yeah, you gotta love basketball to be good at basketball. I mean, because you gotta do it every day. You gotta dribble every day. You gotta shoot every day. It's hard to cheat basketball, man. A little bit easier to cheat football in certain positions, but it's hard to cheat basketball. It shows.
8-point game now. 8.5 to go. Arkansas leads South Carolina. It was a 20-point game. Now an 8-point game. 12-2 run currently for South Carolina. Before we close out this segment, we hand out today's attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. So we hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design. NativeTN.com is their website where you can learn about them online. It's your local custom pool and hardscape specialist, Native Design. This story would probably be the opposite of NIL opportunities, as Texas women's basketball coach Vic Schaefer at the SEC tournament found out that 3 student journalists drove about 16 hours from Austin to cover the tournament in Greenville. That is a haul to be there for a women's tournament. Texas is a very good team with what they've done in the league this year. And the coach at the press conference over the weekend said, hey, I commend you. You make that kind of haul. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be here. Everybody would understand if you don't go the 16 hours to cover this tournament. They put in the time, said when it comes time to get a job, again, talking to the student journalists from the University of Texas, when it comes time to get a job, put me on your resume. That would be quite an endorsement.
Man, you love it. I thought about the idea of paying it forward. Someone has helped you along the way, get where you are. I don't think anyone gets to where they are by themselves. There's always someone helping you. And the least you can do is do the same thing along the way. Someone during Schaefer's career helped him, whether it was a coach that gave him some time when he started out, and that gave him the knowledge, the confidence to continue, and this is his way of paying it forward. But I also think about how far the women's game has come, and Vic Schaefer showing his appreciation, because there's more eyeballs in this game, and to have more than we already have, you need more people covering it.
Yep.
And so you show love to people who are willing to drive 16 hours to cover the women's game. So this is just all around cool, good for Vic Schaefer.
Yep. Treating people the right way, doing the right thing for people, putting in their time. So love that attaboy to Vic Schaefer, as well as the students he's talking about putting that time in. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design. 20 years now. For 20 years and counting, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. You can call Native Design, see how they can help you as they are turning ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call Native Design at 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com for Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialists. We have one segment to go, an update on Arkansas, South Carolina for you when we come back. We'll close out today's conversation next on Josh and Swain.
Hey Knoxville, this is Chicago Mike from Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company, located at 4100 Asheville Highway in Knoxville. Guys, we got new hours coming up Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday 11 to 6, and you guys wanted more hours, Sunday 11:30 a.m. to 3. We will be open, and we're calling that cruise days. If you have a cool car, truck, Jeep, bike, anything, bring it by, pop the hood, eat some great food, make some new friends. Coming soon, pizza ovens are here. We're going to be doing Chicago thin crust pizzas. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you stop by and see us. Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company. Friends, we also have the new outdoor patio seating for 45 people. Come see us. We do offer DoorDash, tons of coupons. Get your order in today.
Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices. This Friday morning at 9, go to 991thesportsanimal.com and get a sweet deal to Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company and get $50 for only $25.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At The Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like the luxurious Beautyrest Black mattresses, and we'll match you to your perfect one using our exclusive tuck fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Beautyrest Black for only $19 a month with free local delivery and up to $300 in free accessories.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at The Bed Store.
The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Our Vols team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like our Vols, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the sports animal.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1, The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us in our final segment of today's show. South Carolina hanging around. We'll see what happens. 61-54. This was a blowout at the beginning of the second half. It is no longer. South Carolina at the free throw line. 5:57 to go in the game. Man, if Arkansas loses this game.
Especially after Calipari's comments a couple days ago. Whew.
Yep. So we'll see. Free throw is good. Another one at the line. So it's a 6-point game, Arkansas against South Carolina. So when we've talked some SEC basketball, we've talked some spring football, we've talked accolades for Tennessee basketball players, sporting news, putting Zakai Ziegler and Chaz Lanier on its third team with the All-American teams coming out today, again, from sporting news. And Jemai Mashak and Zakai Ziegler are two of the 10 finalists for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. Tennessee is the only team with 2 semifinalists. Free throws good. 5-point game. Arkansas 61, South Carolina 56, 5:50 to go. 18-4 run for South Carolina in the last 9.5 minutes.
Wondering with the release of Sport News All-Americans, how many more publications will have Tennessee, Chaz Lanier, and Zakai Ziegler on their All-American teams? Like, how many other publications can we find both players being recognized as best players in the country? Today, Sport News.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, it could be somebody else.
Yep, there's more recognition. I'm confident that will be coming for Tennessee's basketball team, which, again, will play on Friday. So we're a couple days away from Tennessee playing against Texas A&M or the winner of Texas and Vanderbilt, which will take place later this afternoon. Swain, we saw Andrew Fisher from Tennessee's baseball team share a photo of a bunch of players, probably 10 or 12, I would guess, without counting exactly, sharing free Berto T-shirts. So you have that along with Tim Burchett today, speaking on the House floor on behalf of Alberto Osuna, as Tennessee is 2 days away from opening SEC play.
Whatever it takes.
There's some NIL right there. There's some merch.
Whatever it takes. I just want to see how far it's going to go.
I don't know how long it'll go until they stop.
I mean, billboards next. You're going to buy a billboard in Indianapolis right in front of the NCAA. Uh-oh.
3-point game. Arkansas.
20-4 run in the last 10 minutes,
gracious.
baby. But I wonder.
Call the Hawks. Tell them the game hasn't ended yet.
I know that's right. Yeah, I want to see how far are we willing to go. Are we going to get a billboard outside of the NCAA headquarters in Indianapolis? Or are we going to get a plane and fly a message over headquarters? Like, I just want to see how far we're going to take this thing.
Yeah.
You can't give up now. You got to keep going.
Carry it over to next year?
I think next year probably. I think when the season's over, Josh, it's probably time to go home. It's kind of like being at the club. When they turn the lights off, turn the lights on, and the music stops playing.
Yeah, lights are on, and
it's time to go home, y'all.
The brooms are out. They're sweeping up now.
It's time to go home.
So we'll see what happens. But the fight from Tennessee's baseball team, it does continue. We only have a couple minutes to continue. We close out the show hitting today's power poll.
Captain, we're losing power in the warp engine. Nuclear power plant.
What's up? I'm Kenny Powers.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have the power!
With great power comes great responsibility.
Full power, Mr. Scott.
All righty, Swain, we have 5 projected NCAA tournament teams playing today in the SEC tournament. So we're looking at 3 SEC teams playing today that could actually go on a run. We never have this conversation on a Wednesday, but we do today. 3 teams today that could go on a run this weekend.
Well, I'm picking teams who I think can win multiple games. And you got South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, Vanderbilt, LSU, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, and Georgia today. So those are selections. I think Mississippi State can win 2 games. They beat LSU, which I think they will. They'll play Missouri. I think they can beat Missouri. I look at Vanderbilt. They beat Texas, which I think they will. they can beat Texas A&M. They can shoot it. They play really good defense. They're tough out. The last choice would be either between Georgia and Arkansas. Arkansas is getting all they can take right now. And if Arkansas wins, they'll play Ole Miss. And if Georgia wins, they'll play Kentucky. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go with Arkansas. They're about 3.
Okay. You might have just jinxed them. We'll see.
Well, I don't care.
So I have very similar thoughts. We almost had the same 3 in a different order. I have Vanderbilt.
Who?
Vanderbilt.
I don't know about that effort.
I have Georgia, and I have Mississippi State as my 3.
Okay.
Georgia against Kentucky. I could see it happen. They played tough. They beat Florida a couple weeks ago, and that was an impressive showing. I would have had Arkansas on my list, but I'm scared off here, even with them leading still against South Carolina.
Oh yeah, man.
I could be wrong in 5 minutes.
Arkansas is
which is always the case when I say something.
Definitely drizzling down their leg right now. So I mean, they better snap out of it.
Yeah. Will it be Woo Pig Suey or Woo Pig Shoey by the end of this game?
Is that a dad joke?
I don't know. What'd you think about it?
You might want to put that one in the vault.
Okay, store it for
ever. Ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pack that one away.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old archives.
Yeah, just go ahead and lock it up. Don't worry about the key.
You didn't get it, or?
I think I got it.
Got it. All right.
And if I didn't, I don't want to get it. I want nothing to do with it.
At this point, you've probably had enough of us. Eli, producing for us today. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Swain, we'll try again tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
Let's do it.
We will see you then. Have a great afternoon. Talk to you tomorrow right here on Job.